Collins here. 2024, we all have resolutions. Here is a really good one, I think. A resolution to find out about your health before anything happens. That means go to Life Imaging FLA. Early detection is the key to maintaining a healthy heart. And in 2024, make the resolution to get a scan before you have any symptoms for heart disease or for cancer, because it's a game changer if you have early detection. And that's what Life Imaging FLA does. I'm so glad that my wife and I went, and I know people that have gone and found out they had heart blockage they had no idea about. So it's a game changer. Here's what you do. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is like a $699 value, and it's definitely worth it. So pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, you'll be connected in seconds. Get a scan if you can, and remember, you're going to receive an option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. It's Life Imaging.
You want to focus on three things: football, friends, and food. And what makes all those better? Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford Original gives grilled food an authentic wood-fired barbecue flavor you can't get anywhere else. Well-fed friends are happy friends.
So good.
And football, well, it's just more fun with a burger in hand. Elevate your backyard game day grilling with Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
Well, hello there. Join me at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino to celebrate a new era in gaming with live craps, roulette, and sports betting now available to go along with the biggest selection of slots in South Florida. Plus, all your other favorite table games. Complement your night with my award-winning fine dining and casual fare options, lively bars and lounges, or catch your favorite A-list entertainer at Hard Rock Live. Discover your rhythm today. Go to hardrockholly.com. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money, M-O-N-E-Y, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, January 25th, 2024. Lots to get to today, from I can't believe it happened to kids get banned from social media and the three dead friends you never knew you had. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Good day to you.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Very good.
Not bad.
How are
Tired.
you?
Not bad.
I am tired today. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was one of those things where I just couldn't go back to sleep. You know when that happens?
Oh, yeah. I've been having that a lot lately. And I don't know. I think I've had to, change up what I'm falling asleep to at night.
Mm-hmm.
It's been Law & Order SVU for a long time, but I switched it up to CSI Miami. Slept like a damn baby last night.
I'll have to try that. I'll have to go from...
Have you considered Criminal Minds?
I'll have to go from King of the Hill to whatever is putting you guys to sleep.
Bobby.
It ain't working
murder.
for me. I
It's
woke
murder.
up.
That's the bottom line.
It's 4 a.m. I'm looking around, and then I kind of got bored, so I thought I heard Courtney moving a little bit, and I was like, "Hey, you awake over there?"
Oh, you woke her up?
No, she can get back to sleep in like 5 seconds. I swear to God. But I was up for a little while, and then I finally fall asleep right before I got to wake up for the day, and here we are. So I got an iced coffee over here. Oh man!
Excuse me?
Oh boy!
Oh yeah. He's Did you get a new coffee maker? Is that part of what is fueling your new iced coffee routine?
I did indeed. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, you're. I mean, it's.
What?
I'm
How
shook
big of a
at this
screen
point.
does because your toaster had a pretty significant screen on it. It wasn't iPad big, but it was.
I'm
it
sorry,
was
you're
up there.
not like that's what you're considering. Sean never drink in the 11 years that I've known you, Sean. You have said you do not drink coffee.
No.
Now you're a coffee drinker.
Only iced coffee.
What's your
That's
heart
right.
rate at right now?
I don't know. Feels good though. I feel like I'm surfing on the moon.
Showers, coffee. I feel like you're
Yeah.
turning into me, man.
Yep.
I'm having
And
Crystal Light
today,
out of one of the many Stanleys.
Look at
in
this.
in this household.
This guy drinking out of Stanley tumbler. He's going to bully the rest of us on the show today. But here we are, and today is 1 month that I have not smoked, so I'm no longer a smoker. It's official.
Wait a minute.
It's over.
I'm gonna light up right now, right in the studio.
Oh, I keep thinking about it. It doesn't go away from my mind yet. It's still there.
Is that what it takes to make you officially not a smoker? Just a month?
I think so. I mean, I feel like that's far enough. So now I would not go back on it because I would feel like it was such a waste. And I don't know if I'm feeling any better, but there's some things that have improved. So
Have you noticed? I don't remember ever noticing this, but have you noticed that the things they say things taste better?
Yeah,
I mean,
but I don't know if like sometimes when people go, when you stop smoking, X, Y, and Z happens, and then I think half of that crap is in your head, and I'm like, I can tell you now, I can taste all the food. The schnozberries taste like schnozberries, and it's me just being crazy inside my brain. I don't think I could taste anything any differently. I have bad taste.
Do you know what
buds.
schnozberries are?
No, yeah, they were supposed to be penises, I think. But
In one of his other books, they were
I did not know
wings.
that. Fun fact.
no, when I made it to the chocolate factory, I think they changed that up, though. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to President Biden. He's giving a speech. He's doing his thing. He's fighting back. It's going to be Biden versus Trump, no matter who tells you what. Those are the two that are facing off. Like it or not, most of you don't like it. But Biden is speaking. Let's see what he's saying.
We'll teach Donald Trump a valuable lesson. Don't mess with the men in America unless you want to get the benefit.
Joe.
You know what my number one favorite thing is? They still cheered for him.
Of course they do.
Yeah,
thing,
because
like-
they knew they needed to overpower the sound of his voice.
It's amazing the head-to-head that we're about to have, because Trump, you could hear him, but then you wonder when you look at the writing of it, what do you mean by that? And then with Joe, it's like there are cotton balls in his mouth, and you just
You know
can't
what?
understand what he's saying.
I think something.
Oh no! The problem this time was I did understand something he said. He threatened a benefit,
Hold on.
not a consequence.
Hold on. One of the things that happened here, because I think Sabrina is onto something.
Thank you.
Something gets caught in his right cheek, and like I had that happen before.
Yeah.
And your mouth starts watering a little bit.
It's an old people thing, I think.
Yeah. Well, hold on, hang on, because I've had this happen many a times. Just not
It's
quite
an old people thing.
as bad as him. Here we
We'll
go.
teach Donald Trump a valuable lesson. Don't mess with the men in America unless you want to get the benefit.
I like the end part. We want to get the benefit. All right. Thank you. There you go. President Biden, thank you for your words. I appreciate those.
Handing out benefits out there.
I'll take them, man. I know. I know this is good stuff. All right, we're going to go over to you with your dispatches very shortly on the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record yours. There is now a bill that is running through the system that already passed in the House. And it passed with bipartisan support, meaning for once both parties were behind this. It passed 106 to 13, which leads you to believe it probably will sail through and become law. Now, this is only I say only now, in the state of Florida, but very soon, I think you're going to see this sail through places like Texas, places like New York, places like Georgia, places like Mississippi, Louisiana. It's going to start flying out there, and they're going to ban kids from social media officially. And it is happening right now. Here's one of the stories from Local 6. They say, fun is how Renee, 12, describes using social media. 12. When you hear that, C-Lane, you think about Lil Jackson and under the same roof as you right now. When's he going to be able to be on social media? Is 12 too early for you?
Not until he's 36.
36.
That's weird because
All right.
I'm already friends with him on Instagram.
Yeah, he's gonna have to wait a long time. 36. Renee, who's 12, describes using social media as fun. She said that's how she likes to spend her time when she's not with friends. Yes, I use it not during school, but when I get home, I'm on Pinterest, TikTok, Wattpad reading, she said. Wattpad, I don't even know. I'm not even familiar with it.
I've heard of Wattpad, but I thought that was like a blog or something.
Maybe it is. She's back on Pinterest, for God's sake. But a new Florida bill could change all of that. HB 1 would restrict teens under 16.
HB 1? I've never heard of such a low-numbered bill.
Yeah, this is a HB 1, and teens under 16 will not be able to use social media. It will ban them from creating new accounts and force those with existing accounts off of platforms. So it passed 106 to 13. It will. It does not name social media platforms, but it defines them as doing all the following, blah, 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 blah. So anybody who has some sort of social media platform, and by the way, I think this would include an account on the newsjunkie.com as a social media platform. So
Wait, do children have accounts on the newsjunkie.com?
I don't know how many people under 18 do have an account, but this would mean that kids under 16 weren't allowed to have one because I think most of these things apply to the newsjunkie.com. But it would boot them off of this. Now, they say they're doing this in the name of protecting these kids. There's bad stuff online. You don't want them to get mixed up in this. But I wonder this. What are you going to do about it? Right? What are you going to do about it? Because
What's the enforcement?
Yeah, you know damn well these teenagers are going to find workarounds. They're still going to be on Snap, and they're going to be on these platforms. They're going to be posting on Instagram. As teenagers, Courtney's got teenage nieces. They post on Instagram all the time. They're posting photographs always.
What did you say that the age was that they're going to make the minimum for social media?
16 and under. Anybody 16 and under cannot be on these social media platforms.
You know what?
So, I mean,
I have to give it to the parents right now that are having to deal with their teenagers finding this out. They're probably losing their damn
they're
minds.
crying. They're probably crying. Wait, Mom, you don't tell me that.
There's no way.
Is this how the politicians work? Is this how this goes? So what do you do then? Right? What do you do when little Sally in middle school goes back on her Instagram, refuses to shut it down? What do you do? What do you do to Instagram? Do you tell them that you must get the IDs of every single account holder that's on your platform? Good luck with that. You might see
that's what the porn websites are supposed to be doing in the states where they have shut down.
Yes, and to that point, C-Lane, what do the porn websites do in states where those laws get passed?
They block access.
Yeah.
They don't want to take everybody's ID.
So is this going to be throwing the parents out with the bathwater here, where Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all these different social media platforms go,
Facebook,
can't do
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
we can't enforce that, and then they say we take it from all the adults, and then your wife doesn't have TikTok anymore.
This is going to affect at least one, but probably many, like younger than 18, but making money right now, influencers. Those are the ones who are crying the hardest right now.
Oh, yeah. Little Ryan's Toys, that kid with one of the biggest YouTube accounts. You're right. He's bounced. What do you do?
Do they create a social media that's just for children? How do you do that?
You can't do this. I don't know if you can do this. This is a huge, huge issue. And if they don't want to do it, they're going to take it from all of us. And this is going to be something that's just like a ripple effect. So I think it's going to pass. I honestly do. I think this is going to pass. And they're going to try to ban 16 and unders from social media platforms. But
does it spell out in the bill any way of enforcing it? Any way of what the consequences are if if it's broken either on the side of the social media account or somehow a young person circumvents the rule?
That's a great question. Can you look up HB1 and
buddy, I cannot right now.
Oh, you're locked out? What's going on?
My side laptop, the one that's been through all kinds of stuff this year, is just not powering up.
Oh, all right. I've got it.
I used it the whole show yesterday, and that's how I had my chat. That's how I was looking, keeping up with the stories and stuff. And sometime between the end of yesterday's show and right before today, maybe Lexi got to it and just put it out of its misery.
I heard that excuse before. Dog ate my computer. Right.
Well, I've got it in front of me here, I believe. Okay. And we'll see what the teeth are on this, what's going to happen, because it is going to have a big impact. We'll get into all that. We'll get into your dispatches and a whole bunch more. Very busy show on this Thursday, and it's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make your smart speaker smarter. Hey, Google, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a couple accidents to watch out for on I-4. The off-ramp to Sand Lake Road from I-4 eastbound is partially blocked. The right lane is blocked on I-4 eastbound between Lake Mary Boulevard and County Road 46A. And authorities are clearing up an accident on Highway 1792 southbound at Oak Ridge Road. The left lane is blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, home of the Money Today guarantee. Can't wait weeks for your tax refund? Then don't. At Jackson Hewitt, get money today if you're approved for a no-fee refund advance loan on a prepaid card. Book today at jacksonhewitt.com. No-fee refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application required. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
It's the new year, and guess what? I'm in hot water. Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill, Mitsubishi, and DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car, regardless of make, model, miles, or even condition. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $7,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. We've got the banks to break the ice with lower rates and smaller payments. You can drive a car that's twice as nice. Come see me at RC Hill Mitsubishi. Check out the new Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. For your peace of mind, we provide a lifetime limited warranty. So dump that old ride you hate, and you can drive for $8. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in an accident and would like to know the value of your case, go to forthepeople.com to see cases just like yours. You see, all lawyers are not the same. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Hard Rock Bet presents Legal in Florida.
You can bet the game on Hard Rock Bet. No more betting inside your head. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Legal in Florida. It's safe, it's legal. We'll repeat that it is legal. Top rated sports book and it's the only one that's legal.
Get a no-regret first bet up to $100 when you sign up now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
On game day, you want to focus on three things: football, friends, and food. And what makes all those better? Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford Original gives grilled food an authentic wood-fired barbecue flavor you can't get anywhere else. Well-fed friends are happy friends.
So good.
And football, well, it's just more fun with a burger in hand. Elevate your backyard game day grilling with Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible, so Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Sunshine came softly through my window today.
Florida truly is the Sunshine State, and it shows in everything we grow. When you shop, choose fresh from Florida.
'Cause I made my mind up, you're going to be mine. I tell you right now.
Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Deep Cuts. Featuring deep album tracks from iconic artists like the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, The Who, The Stones, and more. Try something new for 2024. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Deep Cuts, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
It's a no-pay new year with no payments for 6 months at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money, M-O-N-E-Y, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This is
I feel real old right now moment. We're talking about how they're moving to ban, and this is a really, really good chance that this is actually going to happen. They're moving to ban teenagers 16 and under from social media platforms. It's like TikTok, Twitter, all the big ones. I think this is going to be clunky. I don't know how the hell they're going to manage this, and I've got the actual bill up, so we'll see what happens if you are a teenager and you refuse to delete your TikTok in a second.
Also, you should be in school right now. How dare you?
Yeah, but they listen, some of them. Some of the younger folks that listen to the show time and again will email or something and say, hey, you got this wrong or you got that right, a thumbs up. And now they're not going to be able to be on TikTok, which is going to be devastating to them. And I think we all might get caught up at the crossfire here.
I think the ones that won't be able to be on the News Junkie app will be the most devastating.
Oh, yeah, truly. They will be just hurt and devastated by this. But yeah, it could be that this has a spillover effect where it makes it so adults are screwed and can't get on these platforms too. All of that I'll get into in a second. Courtney opened the door to the studio and poked her head in, and she goes, I was definitely on social media websites when I was like 14 or 15 years old.
Oh, no.
And
Which one?
Well, she says that to me, and I go, yeah, I think I was too. And then she goes, no.
Yeah, you definitely were not.
And I go, all right, 1981 was when I was born. If I add 14 to that, it was 1995. I don't know if there's many social media platforms around in 1995.
They didn't have a whole lot of social media on CompuServe.
Exactly. There was like the chain emails at most.
I was on MySpace early on. I don't know how, when MySpace came up, was it like 2000, 2001? I don't know when that was.
It was 2003.
2003. So I definitely wasn't on any of these social media platforms. I said, I think I was too. Oh, was I? And she's like, no.
We wrote letters.
I don't think you were on any of those. But now it's not only commonplace, it's just across the board that younger people have they have accounts on these platforms, whether it be TikTok or YouTube and there's so many questions about saying that those under 16 can't be on there. Like Sabrina mentioned, you got people who are creators who make millions and millions of dollars on these platforms that are 16 and under.
Oh, they'll be the exception, I'm sure, Sean.
They might be. I don't know how they handle that. And then if the states do what they did with the adult websites, what happens? What do they end up doing? Because now you might shut it down for absolutely everybody that wants to go on these sites, and that's a little bit crazy to think about. So I'll go into the bill here in just a moment and talk about what actually this says it's going to shut down, because it's interesting that they're rolling this out now. Like my idea on this is always everything should be up to the parents. You don't need to do all this nanny state stuff where you as the state are enforcing all of this stuff on down the line. And this is not just Republicans or not just Democrats. This was a bipartisan thing that people signed on to this and said, hey, I think we should nuke social media for kids. I think we should get rid of that and bounce it right now. So you can't really blame anybody in particular for this happening. But regardless, it looks like it is going to go down.
Well, it's annoying to think that they're now compelling websites to either lose Floridians under 18 or under 16, excuse me, to lose that demographic or spend the money. I mean, this is basically what Apple has done to you. Spend the money to adjust your service in such a way that it complies with our laws.
Right. Yeah. And the thing is, looking at the bill itself, there's teeth to this, but the teeth aren't for going after 16-year-old girls who still have a TikTok. The teeth are for the companies that are running these social media platforms. And the fines are up to, I think, like, hang on, I'm going to bring this up here. I just had to completely restart my computer as I was talking there.
Lucky.
All right, we are 2 for 3 right now on laptops.
Yep, run into the same problem that C-Lane is. It's beautiful. It's $20,000, I believe, per infraction that the state could get for teenagers.
Yeah, that's pull out of the state money.
Yeah, you got millions and millions and millions and millions of people. 20,000 per infraction is nothing to be just. What's the word I'm looking for?
No, it is. Play fast and loose with it.
No, it is something to be scared of. It's nothing to, just shrug off. This is a big deal. And they say that if you are any of these kind of websites where you have platforms where somebody can befriend someone else, where people can share things, where people can download things, all of these different things, that makes you in this category. And I think you leave this to the parents. I think the parents are, in most cases, good enough to handle this on their own and say whether their kids or kids can or cannot go on these social media platforms. All right, let's hear from you. Let's go over to thenewsjunkie.com and get to some of your dispatches. Now that I've finally got everything sorted out, it is an incredibly difficult thing to talk and to restart your computer, it turns out. Let's go over to...
It's a lot easier when the computer just doesn't start.
Yeah, I saw you during the break. I was gonna switch the camera to you because C-Lane had his laptop up by his ear, and he's
Just seeing if it's breathing?
I was trying to see if there was any sort of fan moving. I did figure out one way to know if it's like even thinking in there. And you know how the haptic feedback, you ever turn your laptop completely off and there's no feedback?
Right.
And it's weird, it won't click, but it's clicking. So there's some life in there.
Oh, good. You got signs of life.
There's hope.
All right, let's go over to Guitar Slinger with the dispatch for us.
You know, these kids are going to find a workaround for this in a hot second.
Oh, of course.
The adults trying to ban kids off of social media sites, it's never going to happen. These kids are way more tech savvy than the adults.
Of course they are. These are kids who literally grew up on technology and connected to the internet and with tablets and with computers, and they have parents who have a little bit of that. And they have their grandparents that have no idea about any of this stuff. It's
like, all right, as a kid or as a young, like a teenager or right before, I remember my dad telling me what VPN stood for because he may have used it at work. I don't know that he used it in a work from home sense because I don't think the speed of the technology was there yet, but he at least knew what it was. I had no use for it. Now kids may have use for it, and it's much easier to figure out how to use. And like, you want to do like a NordVPN to make their computer look like they're in Georgia so they can use their Instagram. That might be the answer.
Right. So C-Lane saying you use one of these VPN services that kids know about that most parents don't even know how to use, and you could pretend like you're from somewhere else. And so
we
you
used
get
to do
access.
that in school. We were not allowed to, like in the library, the computers blocked everything. But boy, did I learn how to use proxy websites.
Right.
And it worked out just fine. It was very slow and got weird sometimes. A couple people got caught, but for the most part, we did get around it. And that was back in 1982, you guys.
Yeah. Kids can figure it out. Every time you put up a gate, they're going to figure out how to climb over it.
She wasn't alive in 1982. She's trolling you, Sean.
I'm looking at something else. Anyhow, let's get to this real quick. I wanted to talk about this because people were freaking out this morning about these AI porn images of poor Taylor Swift. This is the future, folks. This is how it's going to go, whether people like this or not. The AI tech is so good that it can take photos of anybody and make them do anything you want them to do. You can put the command in, hit enter, and all of a sudden, I got a banana in my mouth and something else on the other side.
Oh,
you know,
someone,
it's not
please.
a banana.
I got it just in both sides, coming out of this ear and that ear. It's very easy to do this now. So this is inevitable. And these were on Twitter this morning. They're blocking all the images and they're getting rid of some users, banning some users who are posting them over and over. And I saw the photos this morning. They, you could kind of tell they were AI. Had that weird look to it, but they look very convincing. And it was Taylor Swift in various sex scenes. And people just went nuts. Somebody said, how is this not considered sexual assault? Which, obviously, it's not sexual assault. We need a new word. I don't know what that word is.
They need new words for a couple of these different situations. Because talk to somebody who's been, violently sexually assaulted.
Harassment, maybe? I don't know. You might sneak it in under that. But clearly there's something here that people are doing that seems and feels wrong when they take your images and
cyberbullying.
Yeah, it's something. There's got to be a new thing, I think, word-wise, that it fits under. Everybody's coming to defense of her. All the social media outlets are running and people are upset because they made these Taylor Swift AI porn photos. Now let's go to the real world, okay, folks? Let's go to the actual real world, where in New York City, her stalker, this guy named David Crow, was just released once again.
You're kidding me.
Yes, once again, he's been caught twice in 3 days outside Taylor Swift's actual house.
One of them, but
in New York City.
Is this not also the guy who's been stalking other celebrities as well?
He might have.
I'm pretty sure that he, I'll double check, but was also stalking Lindsay Lohan. And clearly a dangerous person that should not just be back on the streets. Not a piece of paper saying restraining order is not going to stop him.
No, this guy does it over and over and over again. And we keep going oh, look what you've done. You took these photos of her and you made AI make it look like she was doing this with the entire lineup of the Kansas City Chiefs. Gross. Okay, yeah. But hey, can we see the actual real life situation playing out where these Taylor Swift stalkers seem to be really bad, but there's a lot of celebrities that deal with this. In New York City, they just have a revolving door to the jail where somebody goes in, they go, are you in for a murder or something like serious? And they go, this person's harassing Taylor Swift. All right, let him back out of the street, right back out there. The real world danger, where are the people protecting somebody like Taylor Swift from that? Where are the folks who are coming to her rescue on that issue? In New York City, they don't seem to care. They release these people over and over again. I would just wait until he does something and actually does some physical harm to some person, right? That's what they seem to be doing, shrugging their shoulders. What do you think? Let us know. Go to newsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. All right. My computer's up and running. How about yours, C-Lane? Good to go?
No, not still not good.
No, just bring it to that shop. Bring it to the shop where you drop it off and then you get it back 6 months later.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Expedited service. After the show yesterday, Sabrina, I was coming back into the studio to work on something. And when I walked to the door, I was like, I kind of stopped for a second.
Hello.
And I turned around and went back out because I saw C-Lane was still behind the microphone. He was like working on something. And I didn't know what he was working on. So I was like, let me leave him alone. And I back out the studio and go back to doing what I was doing out there. And I come back in and I'm like, God, this guy won't stop working. He's still at his chair.
Was the stream on? Like people were just
avoid
watching?
the boy.
I didn't know. I didn't know if he was joining another radio show. I didn't know if he didn't want to go hang out with Jackson. He's like, I'm staying in the Lazy Boy. Ashley, my wife, won't know that I'm not working. I'm still in here. We're still on the air. It's a marathon. I walk out and I come back and I go, oh my God, it's about to get dark outside.
I'm trying to get naked in my studio, man.
C-Lane is still working. And I come over and I go to talk.
I don't understand why you're offering me so much privacy in a room that I don't even exist in.
It just seemed like I was interrupting you when I came in here. I was like, so
how dare you?
I sit down and I'm like, well, he's not saying anything. And I turn on the mic. I'm like, hello?
What's up, buddy?
And he's stone cold. He says nothing to me.
Wow.
It took me an embarrassing amount of time to realize that it had frozen, and it was just a frozen screen of him.
Imagine if you didn't realize and you call 911, like something is wrong with C-Lane. I think he's had a stroke.
He's not reacting. But it took me so long to realize, and I sent him a photo because it was frozen just like he is right now. And I go, he's just sitting there. He doesn't want to go and hang out with his family or something.
I think from the photo, though, I was curious because let me pull it back up. I could have been asleep.
It looked kind of like you were just, I don't know, it looked like you were just sitting in that chair doing the show. And I was like, oh, all right, God, this guy is really dedicated to working today. He's busy over there.
Did he just like pee-pee right there on the Lazy Boy?
He would have had to at that point because he was just sitting in that seat for a while. Okay, let's go over to a dispatch real quick and see what's going on in your world. Here goes Synth Solution joining us with one of these.
Hey, junkies, how's it going?
Hey.
I'm going to go ahead and say it's not going to be popular.
Uh-oh.
But the government wouldn't have to age restrict social media if parents actually bothered to parent their kids.
Whoa.
How many parents nowadays just throw their kid in front of YouTube or whatever and just leave them alone for a couple hours? I mean, this is a society now where all it takes is this one click to say, hey, I'm over 18.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it takes to go down the rabbit hole. Parents, stop being lazy.
There are terrible parents out there. There are a bunch of parents who aren't doing a good job monitoring their social media activities of their kids. But you don't need the state to step in and block all these teenagers who are going to find a workaround anyway from all the social media platforms because it's unrealistic and it's nanny state nonsense. On the Taylor Swift stuff, Amy on YouTube says, emotional abuse is also physical harm. It hurts the nervous system. It's trauma and has terrible consequences. No, sorry, I completely and totally disagree. Emotional abuse is bad, but emotional abuse is not physical abuse. They are not one and the same. Somebody who was emotionally abused and somebody who was physically abused have gone through very different things, and we don't need to say that everything is the same. All right, what's happening?
But emotional abuse, it can be very detrimental to somebody.
No, emotional abuse is abuse, but emotional abuse is not physical abuse. It is not one and the same. This is what there's a lot of people that just go nuts with, like, everything is PTSD and the whole world is wrong. No. These things could both be bad, but not be the same. Okay. And it's not physical sexual assault that somebody has taken Taylor Swift and made nude AI photos of her. It is something that's wrong, I think, morally for that person to do, and super creepy and weird. But
also, unfortunately, not new.
No,
this is not new.
No, but just better.
It's better, yeah. But even the better ones are not new. Like I'm pretty sure Taylor Swift has been on the deepfake website before.
Oh yeah, and or they use like lookalikes and they map her face onto somebody else, and they've done all that stuff for a long time. Okay, we're going to go to more of your comments because we care what you have to say most of the time. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. Meanwhile, we travel over to Iowa where they're trying to make kids do something completely different every single day or they're in big trouble. What is it? You got to hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Later today on the Jim Colbert Show, we have passes to MegaCon at the Orange County Convention Center happening February 1st through the 4th. These passes could be yours if you win JCS Trivia this week. Join us.
The Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. We're going to see highs today in the lower 80s. Beautiful weather. Temperatures running about 10 degrees warmer than normal. Ultimately mid-80s by Saturday. Feeling more like April, certainly, than the end of January. Just a few passing showers possible, especially this evening and especially west of Orlando. Otherwise, the big weather story is a cold front coming through on Sunday, which means temperatures next week only in the 60s. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by VyStar Credit Union. VyStar Credit Union is growing and is proud to open their 20th Central Florida branch in Altamont Springs. They are now open and ready to help you reach your financial goals and life goals. Welcome to a better way to bank. Visit VyStarCU.org/Altamont Springs or come visit at 151 North State Road 434. Federally insured by NCUA.
Folks, we need somebody we can trust when it comes to your air conditioner and breakdowns and all the issues you might be having. And there is somebody, luckily for all of us, thanks to Leon Mills for over 32 years ago starting the company Mills Air, a company based on honesty and built on the reputation of the best techs in town. These are techs who can service any brand out there. You know the kind of AC you have? They can fix that. They know what they're doing. This is second nature to them. They're very, very good at what they do. They're also good at interacting with people, and it's somebody you don't mind having in your home. I've had them in mine, and you should trust them in yours because Mills Air is a place where you're in good hands. And if your power bill is just skyrocketing out of control, you need to make sure that everything is working the way that it should work. And if you get an upgrade to one of these carrier systems that they have in Mills Air, you can save big time on your power bill every single month. They're just way more efficient now. They can get you big rebates up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new carrier unit. And you could always turn to the experts at Carrier, plus the folks at family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call today and schedule your appointment, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
It's the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials, Saturday, February 3rd at 8 a.m. Join us in downtown Orlando at the Dr. Phillips Center for the ultimate free Fan Fest experience. Enjoy food trucks, live music, and vendors. Watch the runners as they race towards their Olympic dreams from 4 different fan zones downtown. Experience the thrill of the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials, February 3rd, 8 a.m. Come decked out in red, white, and blue for a day of inspiration and unforgettable memories. Visit Orlando2024trials.com. Presented by Visit Orlando.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in store. And now save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. Ends Monday. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com. CordellCordell.com.
This is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. There are a lot of great dads out there. Sometimes those dads get divorced. For more than 30 years, we've represented men in divorce, confronting the pitfalls that could devastate your finances or harm your family relationships. While every situation is different, our goal is to get the best outcome for you and your kids. Set up a consultation and take the first step.
Office in Orlando. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Scott Trout, licensed in Missouri, Illinois, and Georgia only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Scott for Scots here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It kills dollar weed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh? Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back. Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now I'm paying way over appraised value for any car. Plus with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is Tobacco-Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. When you call Tobacco-Free Florida's phone quit service, you'll receive one-on-one sessions with a coach who can help you on your quit journey. You may also qualify for free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco-Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
New year, even a presidential election year, but we are still facing the same issues. You need to prepare for the worst. Protect your home, your family, and your investments. It's time to reach out to the Oxford Gold Group. They make it simple for you whether you are buying more gold, diversifying your 401k, or buying gold for the first time. Call the Oxford Gold Group at 833-995-GOLD and order the investment guide or make a purchase of precious metals and get up to $2,500 in free gold. 833-995-GOLD.
Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With savings of up to 25%, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Savings based on discounts can vary. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
Takes in chat right now are triggering me so hard. Must ignore. We'll get to you and your dispatches.
Don't ignore. I can't read them, so let's hear them.
No, it's just somebody going further and further with these dumb arguments they're having. Well, actually, emotional abuse, a la Twitter's photos of Taylor Swift AI in these porn scenes. Emotional abuse is worse than physical abuse. It's just inarguably worse. It's like, I'm melting down watching the 80 IQ takes roll through over there. And this is just as bad as any of that, I would say. Some of you are, you're going to like this, actually. Some of you folks will be like, hell yeah, that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be out there. But I try to be consistent on not having all of these stupid rules that are nanny state nonsense where
The state governs over little tiny things that we're supposed to do every day in our life. Make you do this, make you do that. The dumb stuff like we see in New York City where they say you can't buy sodas bigger than this. And just for the record, everybody in New York City is super skinny now. They passed that, and they're all like six-pack, washboard abs. They're all really attractive, so it worked perfectly. Don't even check. Don't worry about looking that up. It's fine.
I mean, I feel like there are less fat people, but it doesn't have anything to do with soda.
Say, taking the sodas and going, you can't buy. Well, I don't know what they cut it off at. Did they cut it off at like 32 ounces of soda?
I think so. I think it's like, I think if you go to 7-Eleven in New York City, all the Big Mac cups are alike. They're all the red ones, and none of them get bigger.
Yeah. And then what? You finish that soda and go back in. Are they stopping you from that?
You get another one.
No.
This is not a thing. It's not a solution to this problem. The solution to the problem is for people to get more physical fitness, but we're all dumb, and we all stay inside, and we stare at the television because it's easier to sit on the couch.
But my point about the people of New York is a lot of them have plenty of physical fitness with the amount of walking that you do there.
Yeah, for New York City, this is a place where they need it so much less than everybody else because so many people walk. You're right. They put in a lot of miles just navigating the city. I actually saw, and I don't know if you guys agree with this or not. Let me see if I can bring this up just so I'm not pulling it out of my ass and I'm giving you the right details. Because they did this super analysis and they came to the conclusion of what cities in the United States are the best cities for people who walk, for you to like walk around.
Okay.
And I think New York City may have gotten number one.
Probably because it's, for tourists, very easy to get lost. So you end up walking extra miles because you have gone the wrong way and no one will help you.
Well, you have that. But with technology, you can now use Google and a couple other things, and you could say where you're going to, and it'll tell you, like, take this train to here, then do this, walk over here. And it's pretty good if you're walking around. If you ignore the hobos pooping in boxes, it's not that bad navigating New York.
Or the hobos looking at porn, which I saw
that?
once.
Right. Number one, here I have it in front of me. Number one, according to Condé Nast in their study, is New York. Then they said Boston. I've never been to Boston. I have not walked around
love Boston.
So
good time.
Is it walkable? Is it an easy to walk around place?
Absolutely.
They have good public transportation there?
I can't tell you. I think we just did walking in cabs. So, and a lot of walking at that, but it was easy to do. And I think the most challenging was when it was freezing cold. But
yeah.
Do you burn more calories when it's very cold because your body is just trying to warm itself up?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Thank you.
I think you might burn calories trying to maintain temperature, but I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just trying to make sense of it in my head and guessing that could be the case. Washington, D.C. was number 3, Seattle and Portland 4 and 5. And they go through, we didn't make even the top 30 here. Not
sad.
Looking good. Yeah. Dallas not on here. No. West Palm not on here. No. Sorry about your luck. Dude just did not make it. Rochester, sorry. You're not on this list, but we got a long way to go. Okay, to this story. Some of you, as I said, will like this. You'll be like, that's the way it should be. This is America, after all. And I say, yes, this is America. So we shouldn't force people to do things in America. That's why it's better here. And here we go to Iowa, where a new bill will require something different in the classroom.
A new bill would require all Iowa teachers and students to sing the national anthem at school each day.
Sing it!
Chief political reporter Amanda Rooker shows us why supporters say it promotes patriotism, while critics are calling it unconstitutional. Amanda.
Ben, back in 2021, state lawmakers required all Iowa students to recite the Pledge of Allegiance at school. Now, some Iowa House Republicans want to take that a step further and require students to study and sing the Star-Spangled Banner.
Man, first it was, get off your knee and stand for the anthem.
Take off your hat. Do not talk.
Shut up and dribble. All those things that they would say. And now it's get your ass up and sing.
That's such a waste of time.
You better sing the national anthem.
So this
Not just that, but there's nothing I think more American than hearing something like, hey, we have this bill that we think all the kids should sing the national anthem to be more patriotic. And some guy goes, that's unconstitutional.
That guy's the most patriotic of them all.
Yeah.
The guy that notices the Constitution has been violated by
That's against the First Amendment.
Right. That guy, I like that guy. That's the guy who's onto something.
So if this passes, we're going to have probably morning prayer for some of these schools.
Why not? Yeah, go all the way.
Then we have the Pledge of Allegiance, then the entire national anthem. I don't know what version they're going to do. Hopefully not Aretha Franklin's.
And no social media at all for any
morning
of these
announcements.
Kids.
And then school will start.
You know how to make kids less patriotic? Tell them they have to do something.
Right.
That's how you make them less patriotic. That's how you piss them off.
Our subcommittee on House File. I will be signing off on it.
Besides the usual State House sounds of debating and drafting bills,
oh, say, can you see?
This meeting of lawmakers and lobbyists Tuesday included singing.
Who's brought strikes and bright stars?
Singing that some state Republicans want required in Iowa classrooms.
I support patriotism and anything we can do to advance that, so I look forward to moving this bill forward.
Yeah, this is where I just have a fundamental disagreement. I want people to be patriotic. I love America. I think we're better than every other country out there. European countries, garbage, hogwash, terrible. They don't have free speech over there. But the thing that's beautiful, that's awesome, that's amazing about America is that we have the Constitution and we're protected from stuff like this. Plus, they all had really bad voices when they were singing the national anthem.
Hey, can you see?
Unbearable to listen to.
Gone.
What do you think? Do you think that kids should be forced to sing the national anthem like this? Is that super patriotic? Let us know. You can go over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com, and hit record on your first dispatch right now. Quick break. When we return, we've got a lot more for you, including those responses.
We also are going to do the national anthem.
Yeah.
That's
We stand
always
up.
what we do around that time.
And we'll belt it out. You got to put your hand over your heart.
Hat off.
Oh, God, I got to take the hat off. Oh, boy. I want to be patriotic, though.
What about headphones? Headphones on or off?
I think
Let's go to the Constitution for that one.
I don't know if they mentioned it, but we'll have to double check. We'll get a
unconstitutional
scholar on the line. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for an accident off to the side on Florida's Turnpike southbound near Hancock Road. The left shoulder's blocked. Authorities are clearing up an accident causing delays eastbound and westbound on I-4 near Lake Mary Boulevard. Travel with caution near there. And on Highway 1792, authorities are clearing up an accident blocking the left lane southbound at Oak Ridge Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Marco's Pizza. If you need a sign to get to Marco's Pizza, look to the sky. At Marco's, a full moon means half off menu price pizza. Order this Thursday, January 25th to take advantage. Use code FM50. Participation may vary. See store for details.
It's time for the 16th annual Fiddler's Green 5K run. Walk, run, even participate virtually. The event takes place on Saturday, February the 3rd at 7:30 in the morning, starting at Mead Garden and through the streets of Winter Park. And then the post-event gathering at Fiddler's Green Irish Pub. This year's 5K benefits Habitat for Humanity and SECO, Conductive Education Center for Orlando. Sign up now by visiting fiddlersgreen5k.org. That's fiddlersgreen5k.org. The 16th annual Fiddler's Green 5K, Saturday, February 3rd through the streets of Winter Park. Don't miss the special race and post-event gathering at Fiddler's Green Irish Pub. For more information and sign up, visit fiddlersgreen5k.org.
In the 1930s, Lucky Luciano, founder of the modern mafia, was taken down by prosecutor Eunice Carter, one of the first black woman assistant district attorneys in New York. The Godmother, an immersive 10-part podcast, delves into her unstoppable rise as she takes on roles from writer to politician, revealing a badass anti-hero, unafraid to bend the rules for justice.
But for Eunice Carter, I don't know that Luciano would ever have been convicted of anything.
Listen to The Godmother on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
On game day, you want to focus on three things: football, friends, and food. And what makes all those better? Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford Original gives grilled food an authentic wood-fired barbecue flavor you can't get anywhere else. Well-fed friends are happy friends.
So good.
And football, well, it's just more fun with a burger in hand. Elevate your backyard game day grilling with Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.
This is Michael David from Seattle. I'm 51 years old, and 6 months ago, I started taking Andro 400 to increase my testosterone. Since then, I've lost 35 pounds of fat, and my waist went from size 38 to size 32. I have more energy, and I look and feel 20 years younger. And now my wife tells me I have to take Andro 400.
Hi, this is Ron Johnson from Utah. After 10 weeks of taking Andro 400, I lost 13 pounds and my waist went from 36 to 33. That was 8 years ago. I continue to take Andro 400 and I've maintained my weight at 172. Gained muscle and energy. I'm 63 now and feel better than I have in 30 years.
Andro 400, the natural way to increase testosterone, lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel great. Try Andro 400, the safe, effective, affordable way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Hey, you, with the shopping cart. It's us, Leafy Greens.
Leafy what?
Greens. Delicious, locally grown leafy green vegetables. I'm Romaine. This is arugula. Hello. Spinach.
Ahoy.
Escarole and endive.
Bonjour. Right. I put you guys on my sandwiches.
Oh, we're more than just a sandwich layer.
We add crunch to your salads.
Flavor to soups. And a little je ne sais quoi to your dishes.
That is, if you let us. For meals with personality, look for the Sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
No payments for 3 months with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening.
Radicalized by the internet. Yes, it has happened to me. I've also fallen victim to this, and it's proof that it truly can happen to you. And it's happened to me. I just have to get it out there and admit it. I've been radicalized, and I don't know if I can be changed or helped or fixed from here.
I can't say I have noticed a lot of people who have been radicalized noticing that they've been radicalized. So I think this is a step in the right direction of being unradicalized, Sean.
step one is admitting that you're radicalized. And here's how it happened for me, just so in case it happens to any of you, you can shake it off like I'm trying to. It's very difficult right now. I'm saying some very offensive things, and I'm targeting, and it's just bad. Courtney had told me about a subreddit that she followed, and this subreddit is where you take a photograph or respond to a photograph of a squirrel, and you just hurl all of the insults you possibly could think of at said squirrel.
Like roast me, but for squirrels?
Yes. It's like that, but for squirrels. And the whole thing is full of squirrel hate. And I kid you not, now when we walk around, if I see a squirrel sitting on a fence or something, I'll be like, look at that fat F. And be like, and I'm radicalized in my brain to absolutely hate squirrel. I say the worst things in my head. And I said, if I could be radicalized on something as silly as this, maybe it can get to other people. Maybe it can just build things up in your head that all of a sudden you're like, damn, what happened to me is a 180 right now. I'm not even kidding with you. When we walk around and I see a squirrel, I'll be like, look at that fat mother effer. I'll have all sorts of terrible things rolling through my head. And I feel real bad about it. What is that? I know what that is. Hello?
It is me, Super Squirrel!
Oh, hey, you fat bitch.
It's been a minute!
I told you. Where have you been?
Well, I've been fighting pornography for many years.
Yeah.
It turns out the internet has really upped their game in the amount of porn available.
I can't see you on your camera.
That's right, because I'm right below the camera. I'm just not tall enough to reach the camera. Thank you very much. Now, I will say one thing. I have a new battle when it comes to 2024.
What's that?
And that is stuffing bullies.
Oh, bullies. Oh, I'm bullying the hell out of some squirrels right now.
Particularly middle-aged, white, straight male bullies named Sean.
Shut up, bitch.
You shut up, bitch. Okay, but seriously, why are you like so mean to us?
I don't know. I hate it. There's fomented anger that is now built up in me about squirrels.
What did squirrels do to you, man?
Nothing. That's the worst part about it. There's been no violation here.
All we do is clean up your yard of nuts. We bury them. We forget where we buried them, and we collect more nuts.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just wanted to.
You then? How about that?
Whoa, Jesus.
Why don't you go take another walk around the block, bro?
By the way, I can hear your voice and the effect of the thing.
The whole time this bit's ruined?
No, I can hear it, but you know.
What about now?
Nope, still here.
Cool. All right, bye. Super Squirrel out.
I'll see you later, Super Squirrel. What did they do to you? Why did they change that?
What's the point?
You were not
What's
there?
the point?
Why did they do that to you? It was working fine before, and then they jiggled some chords.
Yeah, we moved an entire studio.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know what happened. But then the other time that I did it, C-Lane was saying
if it makes you feel any better, only we could hear both voices.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It makes me feel better. And I'm sure Super Squirrel is very happy too.
I was wondering why C-Lane was blatantly on his phone in the middle of that segment.
He's got calls to make.
I was like, she might have set it up properly for the audience to hear, but for us,
it sounded so stupid.
Oh, good God. You know what's stupid? I don't know if you guys are tuned into this or not, but, and I hate to even talk about this, but I've been sucked into the world of The Bachelor a little bit, so why not?
Watched the first episode last night.
Okay. Are you taking this the same way I am? I don't know what they're doing now. They've done two different things that I noticed immediately. One is the Golden Bachelor has made them change the way they do things, so it like starts quiet, and then they do a song every time.
Oh,
and
what?
They're starting every episode with a song. You know, the Golden Bachelor, every episode started with a song. I don't know if you picked up on this, but that's what they did.
Oh.
Every single episode at the beginning started with this song, and they started playing this tune, and it'll be like, fill me up, Buttercup, or whatever, and Gary goes on a little mission.
What you mean.
Yeah, and it's not like a theme song, like just a classic song. Some song, like an emotional song was what they used for the first episode of The Bachelor.
Fill Me Up, Buttercup is the more derogatory version of Build Me Up, Buttercup.
Oh, my God. I got that wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. I just realized I've been saying the lyrics to that very wrong for a Build me a buttercup.
You must
Okay.
be packed to the gills, Sean.
Ooh, really screwed that one up many, many times if that is the case. So I noticed that. Then I noticed, did you see this as well, Sealan?
I haven't seen the first episode yet.
Okay, it's not like a huge spoiler or anything. But they gave one of the girls an advantage.
The go-kart?
Like it was Survivor or something.
Oh, the card?
Yes, yeah.
That was weird, too. I also found it to be very weird, and maybe this has happened in the past. I don't recall that they, teased the final moment of the entire season right in the beginning. Him crying. He doesn't know what he's going to do with his last rose. And then they start the introductions.
Right.
And I also think that he is the most boring guy I've ever seen in my life.
I agree with you on that. He is pretty boring. But isn't that exactly how they started The Golden Bachelor? Where it was like, he's having a breakdown. He's like, this is the worst thing that happened to me since my wife died. And it's a close second. And he's crying.
Can you grab audio still?
Damn it, man. I shouldn't have said that.
I already have a clip of him saying that.
Oh, do you?
Well, now we have double vocals. Next. It is strange, though. I totally agree.
There's some weird stuff going on. And you might as well have an immunity necklace or something. They're survivorizing the show. And
they keep trying to reinvent the wheel, and
they do.
Some of the little things they do are more cringe than others. When they put the brother in disguise and had him bartend to eavesdrop on the other dudes. Oh gosh, there was something about that that was very, very cringe.
Felt a little undercover bossy, just stay in your lane. You're doing a good enough job. And they decided to change it up, and it got weird to me. And then the other thing I noticed,
somewhere in this mansion is an immunity plaque.
One of the women is Canadian, right? Strike one. One of the women is Canadian, and
somewhere in this mansion is a maple leaf.
She gives the Bachelor guy a little Canadian flag. Okay. And the Canadian flag is completely blurred out in the episode.
What?
And
is that trademark?
Yes. I guess they said you have to get express written permission from the Canadian government.
No.
Yes.
No.
To use the Canadian flag in some kind of commerce-based product.
Do you think that the Bachelor Nation was like, Canada, if you want to pay up for this product placement, if you want us to kind of promote Canada, then you're going to have to give us some money and then we'll unblur it.
Look, this says, according to the Canadian government website, the national flag of Canada is protected by trademark laws and unauthorized for commercial use. No person shall adopt in connection with the business as a trademark or otherwise any mark consisting of or blah, 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 blah.
But this is not being adopted as a trademark. This is just one person handing a Canadian flag to a different person.
But it's being used in commercial purposes. They said it's unauthorized for commercial. So you got to blur out the Canadian flag.
If I had the Canadian flag right now and I showed it on the stream, we'd get in trouble?
I think we could. I think it could be a copyright violation.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now.
I think it could be a
I can print out a copy right now.
What court are they going to sue us in? They're Canada.
Well, I don't know how that would work, but if you can't use it for commercial purposes and you have to censor it, this would be a commercial purpose, and that would be something you were supposed to censor.
What about every NBA game or any professional sporting event that has a Canadian team and they show the Canadian flag?
Maybe they have the permission in those occurrences, because
why would Canada not want to be on The Bachelor?
I don't know. I agree with you, but they did it for this reason, according to the stories that I'm seeing.
Someone get Canada on the line, please. We need to get down to the bottom of this.
You can't do this. According to the Canadian government website, the national flag of Canada is protected by trademark laws and unauthorized for commercial use. And they said Canadian flags were flooded in the backdrop of Serena's hometown date with Matt James before they entered the relationship. I don't know if they were censored out there. Some organizations can apply to fly the Canadian flag, but ABC did not immediately respond to comment on whether they asked for permission to use it in the season premiere, but it was censored out. I agree, it's stupid. I think it's dumb. I mean, if you're a country, don't you want your flag all over the place so people see you? It's kind of a way to advertise your country. It's like
it's a way to identify that it's you. It seems good, not bad.
Right? And a part of me makes, I imagine they're a little nervous because if Canada's doing this, then they're just going to end up sending everyone to Cleveland again.
Boy, that's not good. Yeah.
Because they can't promote any countries outside of the U.S.?
Yeah, that is not going to go over well. It didn't last
I still
time.
think that maybe somebody in ABC, some lawyer was like, you got to blur that. And I think they meant well. I think could have gotten away with showing that tiny little flag. They're not making money off based on the fact that flag is there.
Are you saying that maybe that law exists, but there's no way that Canada would actually sue The Bachelor? So it's just like a lawyer being overprotective? If so, I agree.
Yes, I don't think Canada would ever sue The Bachelor or sue ABC for putting the Canadian flag on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Or B, if they tried to, I don't think that this is something that they would win.
Yeah, it would be tough. I don't know how it goes because it's it's different countries and they have their own laws in Canada. I guess most of them seem pretty bad, but here we are. Regardless, we want to hear from you. What's going on in your world? Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, a man says that he's done something not just once, but twice, and I don't know if I believe him. I'll lay out the case, and we'll see if this guy's making it all up when we come back. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
One more time. I was wrong, Angel. We can auction off one more thing.
Thank you.
That's
okay. A promo.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Highway 1792 southbound at Oak Ridge Road. On Florida's Turnpike, the left shoulder is blocked, causing a bit of delay southbound near Hancock Road, exit 278. And there's stop-and-go traffic on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Discover. If you like using debit over credit, shouldn't you also get rewarded? Well, now you can with Discover Cashback Debit. It's a checking account that rewards everyone with cash back on everyday purchases with no fees, period. Check out eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashbackdebit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
Don't miss the boat, my friends. Compare your quote today with That Mortgage Guy Don. That Mortgage Guy Don, president of Happy Home Mortgage Brokerage and host of the Home Loans Radio Show, he is here for you and has been there for many people. As a matter of fact, he has over 250 5-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at Experience.com. So it's very safe to say that Don knows what he's doing. And I could say with full confidence that he's looking out for you. He has your best interest in mind. And that's very important considering that chances are very high that you're leaving money on the table. So let That Mortgage Guy Don help you get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Get a free fast quote review at thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit the compare button, and Don will review your quote today. If you want to see a difference, apply now. Get a quote or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Ugh, PB&J again.
Moms, you've got a lot on your mind. Packing a lunch shouldn't be stressful. FreshFromFlorida.com can help. They have plenty of quick, delicious lunch and snack ideas to freshen up lunchtime. Simply look for the Fresh from Florida logo where you shop for locally grown in-season fruits and veggies to please even the pickiest eater.
PB&J again. With Florida strawberries? Thanks, Mom.
Packing lunches has never been easier. Fresh from Florida, there's sunshine in every bite.
Hard Rock Bet presents Legal in Florida.
You can bet the game on Hard Rock Bet. No more betting inside your head. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Legal in Florida. It's safe, it's legal. We'll repeat that it is legal. Top rated sportsbook and it's the only one that's legal.
Get a no-regret first bet up to $100 when you sign up now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is Tobacco Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. When you call Tobacco-Free Florida's phone quit service, you'll receive one-on-one sessions with a coach who can help you on your quit journey. You may also qualify for free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco-Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Just dial pound law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan, America, and now the universe's largest injury law firm.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Spectrum One is a big deal. You get Spectrum Internet with the most reliable internet speeds, free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security and privacy, and a free Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line with nationwide 5G included, all while saving big. For the big speed, big reliability, and big savings you want, get Spectrum One. Just $49.99 a month for 12 months. Visit spectrum.com/big deal for full details. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
It's a no-pay new year at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Buy a new Nissan and make no payments for 6 months. And no interest financing. That's 0%. Plus, shop the best selection of certified pre-owned Nissans at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Click OrlandoNissan.com. Home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
On game day, you want to focus on 3 things: football, friends, and food. And what makes all those better? Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford Original gives grilled food an authentic wood-fired barbecue flavor you can't get anywhere else. Well-fed friends are happy friends. So good. And football? Well, it's just more fun with a burger in hand. Elevate your backyard game day grilling with Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
Progressive presents 10 things on a food truck owner's to-do list that are harder than getting a commercial auto insurance quote. Stocking the fridge, prepping the stations, finding employees that get along well, finding employees that actually do their job. Looking at you, Gary. Balancing the books, balancing the flavors, having a fresh menu and fresh produce and fresh meat, but never a fresh mouth. But the easiest thing on a small business owner's to-do list? Seeing if you can save on commercial auto insurance. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms and conditions.
Hey, my name's Jay Shetty, and I'm the host of On Purpose, the #1 health podcast in the world. Join me this week as I chat with Michelle Obama, a woman of immense strength and grace. Tune in as we navigate through the chapters of her life, uncovering the moments that have contributed to her inspiring story.
What keeps me up are the things that I know. The war in the regions. What is AI going to do?
Listen to On Purpose with Jay Shetty on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Radio, 104.1.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
I am humming right now, man. What
happened?
I don't know that iced coffee. I don't do it. So
I knew it. I knew it was going to happen.
I haven't blinked.
Blood pressure machine? Because you must be at like 140 right now, without a doubt.
I made a huge mistake. I should not have done this. I haven't blinked in like 10 minutes, and I feel like I just did like a giant line or something.
You're like Wednesday for Wednesday.
My God. During that break, I was like, what should I do during the break? Should I go do something? Should I go in there and get something out of the printer in the office? I could do that, see what Courtney's up to.
Just do laps. Just do laps. And you're sweating, too. By the end of the show, your shirt's going to be off without a doubt.
What happened to me? I wasn't built for this. You guys have made your systems work along with this coffee stuff for years. I am a coffee virgin over here.
One coffee makes you like this?
Oh, that's all it takes, buddy.
Pussy.
My motor is humming along right now. A little too fast. It feels dangerous. I can't do this anymore. I wanted to
Wait,
be the
this
iced
is your
coffee
first
person.
iced coffee? Have you been doing this for a couple days?
I've had 2 of them so far. And the last time I didn't notice because we went out right after we had it. And we were like walking around doing stuff. And I was like, yeah, I feel a little pick me up right now. And she goes, oh, Courtney goes, you get something out of drinking an iced coffee like that? I'm like, you don't? She's like, no, it isn't.
If I don't drink coffee, I know the result of it. I don't get a high anymore, I don't think.
Wow, man. It's too much. It's like you took my engine, and not in a good way, and like turned the gas up, but my brain's not moving at the faster speed. We're going to try to muscle through here, get to the segment, and we'll get to you and your dispatches. Go to
I can see your sweat.
You record on your first dispatch today. There is a man who says that he is telling the truth. He swears that he is not lying. I don't know if I believe this man from Hobe Sound, Florida, though. Ted Crocker is his name. He's 85 years old or young. And they say most people, including professional golfers, rarely ever hit a hole-in-one. But Crocker has the unique distinction of hitting 2, both holes in one.
He's full of crapper. How about that?
He said he's done it twice now. And he said it was on the same date that he did the first one, 23 years later.
Okay.
The same exact date, January 15th, 2001, was the first one that he got. That was his first hole-in-one. And then he goes back out on January 15th, 2024. And after 23 years, boom, right in the hole again on the very same day, 23 years later.
Video or we don't believe it. You need receipts these days.
They did say that his friend Bill Wabakind was there when Crocker and Wabakind were together on the course when this was happening, and he saw the second astonishing hole-in-one. He said, I'm watching it go, and all of a sudden it hits the pin, and I said, I think that went in. Either that went in or it went way over the green. When we got up there, it was in the hole, and he got a hole-in-one. You know what I want to do now, reading stories like this? Is it possible?
Hole-in-one?
No, I don't want to do
Good
that.
answer.
Please, Sealand, that takes way too much work. I'm not putting that effort into getting into golf. But I would like to do this, and tell me if this is possible. Is it possible for me to hang out near like a par 3 hole, and when an old man hits his shot, I go up there and I just surreptitiously take his ball, wherever it is, and put the ball in the hole?
That would be cheating, and I think you would get caught immediately.
Well, I'm not cheating. I'm not playing. And they're not technically cheating. Somebody else is taking their ball, but they're going to think that they got a hole-in-one. And they'll be like, oh, my God. They'll tell all their friends. Did you see?
And you're going to make their day.
Yeah, I'm going to make their day, but it's all fake. And I'm just screwing with them.
Yeah, but you're making a lot of people happy, and you're the only ones that know that it wasn't real.
I'm going to tell them all afterwards.
That's messed up, man.
I'm going to wait 1 year to the day, and then I'm going to tell them all that they didn't really ever get the hole-in-one that they thought they did.
And then a grown man cries in front of you? And then what?
I don't know. I haven't figured out the profit portion of this. I haven't gotten to the profit portion just yet, but somehow I'll figure out how to monetize this.
What if, like yesterday, we were talking about the possibility, what if this person had some comorbidities, like, you know, some stuff wrong with his heart, and when you told him that his hole-in-one wasn't real, or that you, or when you put the ball in the hole and he came down there to figure out that he thinks he's done the hole-in-one, he gets so excited his heart stops, and he died getting his first ever hole-in-one, and it was all bull.
Moral question for you. Am I a murderer if that happens?
Yes. Murder by proxy.
Manslaughterer.
I'm a murderer if
Manslaughterer, I think.
If I put a person's golf ball in the hole, make them think they got a hole-in-one, they get excited and they die. Am I? Yeah, I think you are. I think that you're at the very least manslaughter, like Sealane's saying, because you're the impetus for the reaction that causes the heart attack that causes the death of the person take you out of the equation.
Hey, come on. Somebody's going to like that story.
Oh, yeah.
Can't spell manslaughter without laughter.
I see what you're saying. All right, we'll go over to you and your dispatches in just a moment here. But they, this week, carried out the first execution by nitrogen gas. Always interesting when we're trying out new methods to have the state kill human beings. And that's what they're doing in Alabama. Why? Because they have a hard time because of several different reasons, including people who are protesting the use of these lethal injection ingredients. They have a hard time getting their hands on them for lethal injection of people. And the Supreme Court got a chance to say if they could use this method or not. But the Supreme Court said, yeah, the thumbs up, go for it. And
are they arguing that filling the person's lungs with nitrogen is more humane a way to kill them than, say, filling them with carbon dioxide?
I don't know if they're trying to say that it's more humane, but I think they're saying it meets the standard that they need to meet for a method of killing people on death row.
Right.
And the rest of it is just an experiment.
And whoever's on the board of figuring those kind of things out, that is a dark way to spend a Tuesday evening.
Oh, I would love to be on that board. Now,
I know you would.
See, I'm against the death penalty, if you don't know that. I'm against the death penalty because it's actually more expensive because of all the appeals and the appeals process to put somebody on death row than to keep them in prison for life. I also happen to think that it is a greater punishment to be forced to spend every waking day without freedom than to give somebody the express lane to whatever is next, even if
I can
it's
agree
nothing.
with that.
I think that's more of a punishment to keep people just withering away behind bars than to give them the easy out. And there's various other reasons. Like, I think if the state is in the business of killing human beings, you would have to have something where there were zero mistakes. Zero. None. Nobody has ever been on death row, been killed by the state, and they've made a mistake. And I cannot say that that's the case. There's almost no doubt in my mind that at least a handful of innocent people have been killed who didn't actually commit the crime that they were accused of. So if you believe all of those things, as I do in my head, I think there's no way you could be for the death penalty. That said, it would be super cool to come up with ways to kill people. I mean, that would be a fun job.
Ooh.
If you could do that.
You don't have to. It doesn't have to be your job for you to do it.
Oh, yeah. You kidding me? That would be. I would have 4 iced coffees and come up with so many ideas. Like, we do this, we do that. Here's
we
the
need
ways
more
we could
coffee
do this.
now. Let's go.
Just be freaking out. And I'd be like Charlie Day and the gift. I'd come up with all kinds of ideas, ways to kill people.
All right, go
Let's
ahead.
I would go old school first because you want to stop people from committing crimes. You bring it back to the old school. You tie their legs to one horse. You tie their arms to another horse, and they run in opposite directions, full speed. Put like
what if that
100-foot
doesn't work?
rope.
Then you just have a. That's going to be even more money on the people of America. You have to take care of a torso.
Let me add it. Okay, on one side we have attached to the legs of the convicted person. On one side we have 50 horses, and they're all tied to the guy's legs, and there's a 100-foot rope on them. On the other side, we have 50 horses. They're all tied to the guy's arms, and they at the gunshot goes off, and they haul ass until they run the 100 feet of rope, and then bam, the guy pops like a piñata.
I don't think
Done.
that we need horses at this point. Why don't we just get a sponsor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whatever big truck company has the horsepower of 250 horses, and then we'll just put a truck on each of the limbs.
Oh, you could definitely do that. Like you could get Tesla's
don't know
Cybertruck
why
to
I'm
sponsor
contributing
that.
to this. But
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
All right, what else?
And then if people saw that that's what happens if you do bad things, they'd go, I'm not doing that anymore. Another one would be you put somebody in a room, right? And you tie them up, and then you have the world's biggest saw actually start spinning around.
Want to play a game?
And slowly but surely, and it let's make it take like a week. It's
a week. You just
slow-
want to torture people, Sean.
It slowly gets closer and closer until it slowly, just millimeter by millimeter, slices the person in half. Nobody's going to commit a crime ever again if that happens. I think it would work. I think it would be a deterrent. But I'm against the death penalty, so I wouldn't do any of these things.
Quite the
Just can't bring
imagination.
myself to them. I'm just thinking about things that could be effective, all right? Okay, we want to go to you and your dispatches. We'll get to those momentarily. And you know what? Let's work in one real quick. Here is Concrete Mike talking about golfing. Okay.
What's going on, News Junkie crew? Hey. So while you're talking sports like you all do so well, it being just a sports show, golf talk, I just watched a video that happened for some tournament at the beginning of this year. And the guy hit the ball, and it landed in a spectator's beer cup. They were trying to figure out where the golf ball went, and then they finally realized it landed in the guy's cup. I want to check that one out.
I've seen that before, actually. I've seen that happen. I think you would torture these old people, though, if you faked the old hole-in-one on them. It would really break their brains. All right, let's go over to you. Your dispatch is coming up next. To send yours, go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? David Lee Roth is unleashing his David Lee wrath on Wolfgang Van Halen, and it's David Lee ridiculous. According to recent reports, Disney thinks your kids are really, really, really stupid. Plus, another edition of Wanna Feel Old and remind ourselves of our impending doom. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast, and it's feeling more like April than the end of January. Highs today in the low 80s, mid-80s for Saturday, and then next week a cold front, so it's all about the ups and downs. We're only going to be in the 60s next week, so if you like this warm weather, soak it in. It is Jimmy Buffett Day, so Parrot Heads Unite. This is your weather. This is Florida. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Warehouse of Kissimmee. Don't miss the Mattress Warehouse Red Tag event with the lowest prices of the year. Save up to $900. Plus, get a free adjustable base and 0% interest financing. Mattress Warehouse. Come in sleepy, leave happy.
It's the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials Saturday, February 3rd at 8 a.m. Join us in downtown Orlando at the Dr. Phillips Center for the ultimate free Fan Fest experience. Enjoy food trucks, live music, and vendors. Watch the runners as they race towards their Olympic dreams from 4 different fan zones downtown. Experience the thrill of the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials, February 3rd, 8 a.m. Come decked out in red, white, and blue for a day of inspiration and unforgettable memories. Visit Orlando2024trials.com. Presented by Visit Orlando.
In this week's Marketers Report, we hear about the importance of local radio from Allison Griffin, head of marketing at State Farm.
iHeart has such a broad broadcast reach that is local, and for us to be able to touch customers with a local feel but at a national scale is so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're conquering the unconquerable. Using artificial intelligence and data, our experts can create a personalized gene roadmap just for you, customizing your cancer treatment, giving your body exactly what it needs to fight the disease. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic, because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
In the 1930s, Lucky Luciano, founder of the modern mafia, was taken down by prosecutor Eunice Carter, one of the first black woman assistant district attorneys in New York. The Godmother, an immersive 10-part podcast, delves into her unstoppable rise as she takes on roles from writer to politician, revealing a badass anti-hero, unafraid to bend the rules for justice.
But for Eunice Carter, I don't know that Luciano would ever have been convicted of anything.
Listen to The Godmother on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Did you know Discover wants everyone to feel special? That's why with your Discover card, you have access to 24/7 customer service, as well as $0 fraud liability, which means you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Year, even a presidential election year, but we are still facing the same issues. You need to prepare for the worst. Protect your home, your family, and your investments. It's time to reach out to the Oxford Gold Group. They make it simple for you whether you are buying more gold, diversifying your 401k, or buying gold for the first time. Call the Oxford Gold Group at 833-995-GOLD and order the investment guide or make a purchase of precious metals and get up to $2,500 in free gold. 833-995-GOLD.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
High diving face first into the world's most viral newsroom.
We appreciate you. Want to learn more about the show? Go to thenewsjunkie.com. You can create an account and even join us on the show today. So you got thoughts in your brain? We'd like to hear them. Make that account over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. And then from your phone or your laptop or any of that good stuff, you just hit record and send us that message. We'll play some of those in just a bit. But right now, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Say, if you're feeling super stressed and your brain's really done, grab yourself a bite of Johnny Marijuana. Johnny Marijuana.
Just ask Shawnee Marijuana. He knows.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey. Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by Shawnee Marijuana. Just kidding. Brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, perhaps you got a quote and you want to know if it's the best deal you can get, the man, the legend, your best friend. It's That Mortgage Guy Don at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.com.
It was 18 years ago, 2008, the first winner of this.
Survivor!
Oh, yeah, that was right. Richard Hatch, Dick Hatch.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on this day in 2006 he was found guilty of tax evasion for failing to pay taxes on his grand prize of $1 million. What a bitch. Eventually sentenced to 51 months in prison. Just to think.
Yikes.
And then it just makes me wonder, you win $1 million on Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
So you would just use that money, right, to pay those taxes? Like, wouldn't they just
correct.
automatically take it out and then?
No, that's too easy. No. We would. They could also just automatically tax everybody and handle that, so you never have to do this. But don't bring up ideas that are too easy. We don't do that.
My apologies, but I do have to bring up a little bit of an idea that's super easy.
Okay.
Because Bonnaroo is coming up. I don't know if you guys are aware. And we're hitting the road. Road to Roo is what we'd like to call it. Me and Radio Michael 7 are doing it again. It's going to be in June. And a little birdie, a Roo birdie, told me that we're giving away tickets.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, as of right now, you can go to realradio.fm/contest for your chance to win your way to Bonnaroo. We have over 100 performances, and by we, I mean them. And we're going to be going 10 plus stages.
Oh, you're part of Bonnaroo now.
Yeah.
I am Bonnaroo.
So.
Hello, I'm a Roo girl. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Post Malone, Fred again, Megan Thee Stallion, Cage the Elephant, a lot more. If you can't wait to win, of course, snag your tickets at Bonnaroo.com. And then from what I understand, we, the News Junkie, will be giving away tickets later on.
Are you guys still journalists going to
We are
Bonnaroo?
media representatives. Why are you quoting? We did interviews last year.
I just said
we're representing. I'm not adding this to the air check.
journalist. I just said journalist.
Listen, look at my degree. Never mind, you can't. I actually never got it. I never paid the parking tickets. I'm a journalist, okay? And we will be journaling it up.
Why don't you just pay those parking tickets?
It's the principle of it, man.
You've gone fighting this fight so long.
Maybe
How much was the parking ticket for?
It was upwards of less than $200, I believe. It was multiple parking tickets.
Why did you just pay
That's what's keeping you from a college diploma.
They gave me the leather-bound folder in which you put the diploma in. So I just keep it closed on my mantle, and everyone assumes that I received my diploma. Perhaps we have a fellow knight that listens to the show and can help me out.
Do they have like a website where you could just log in and just pay that, and then they would give you the diploma?
I mean, I feel like I would need my email, my student email, and I don't remember the password for it. It probably is,
God.
I won't pay my parking tickets, 1, 2, 3.
You know what? I was going to say we should do that. Celine and I should go in together and pay that off so you can.
And then we have her diploma.
Right.
No.
But what's the beautiful thing is my minor was digital media and one of my classes was Photoshop. So I can just Photoshop my own diploma. How about that?
Well, what would be crazy is if Celine and I were like, all right, we'll do this so she can actually get her college diploma. And they go, okay, so it's $200 and looks like the fees that have added up from non-payment are
interest.
$11,000
Or
interest.
real twist, you go in to get it and they're like, Sabrina never went here. Did not graduate. We
Been
actually
alive this
don't
whole
have
time.
that in our records. Someone's having a real bad day, and that is Elle King, a.k.a. Rob Schneider flight guy's daughter, and the gal who kind of maybe ruined Dolly's birthday.
Uh-oh.
A little too much to drink. The clips have gone very viral after performing at Grand Ole Opry over the weekend, and it was so bad. Dolly Parton's sister called her a spoiled brat.
Ooh.
And she has not publicly commented on the incident just yet, but we're now finding out that she is all of a sudden postponing her shows.
Yikes.
Yeah. Now the next one was supposed to be in Texas, Billy Bob's in Fort Worth, and the venue has now announced that it has been rescheduled to September, and then who knows for the rest of the actual tour. So we'll see how that all goes down.
I don't think it's as big of a deal as some other people do, but I don't know. Maybe it's going to have like some negative impact.
It has a negative impact on our entire band, both the day of the show and how they're supposed to make money for the rest of our tour.
Yeah.
So this is going to have an impact on all of us, but I think you two the most. Sean especially. Ready to feel old?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, my friend. This movie right here.
Home Alone.
Home Alone is right.
Yeah.
And according to the mathematicians of the internet, Macaulay Culkin is just 10 years old, of course, in the movie. And now he is almost 10 years older than his Home Alone mom on this day.
Oh, okay. So he would be 10 years older than the woman who played his mom.
Which is for points.
Oh, I forgot her name.
Come on, man.
Oh,
Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara's right. So Elaine gets the point. So
she's good.
Schitt's Creek.
34 years and only 14 films later, Macaulay Culkin was honored with a star in the Hollywood. What was that?
He's doing coke over there.
Oh, okay.
Ripping lines.
Just a quick little bump ski.
That's what
You
that
got
sounds
it.
like.
Mm-hmm.
So he's now 43, and that's older than Catherine O'Hara was when she played his mother. She says, I think I was 32 years old, which is, oh my God, now I'm older than that. It's so weird when you watch movies like that. They look so much older.
Right.
The adults in movies that we grew up on look a lot more adult than they do now.
When you look
Is
at
it the
that,
makeup?
when you see Catherine O'Hara in that movie, and I think about you, I would never ever say that this person is younger than Sabrina.
Right. And
I
like,
would
could
never
you
say
see me like in this moment, maybe with, some more on the face? Like, could I play
I could definitely see you like in the
mom?
back of a budget truck jamming with the polka band.
Could I see you playing somebody's mom?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Or no, thank you.
All you have to do is just imagine that you don't know the person for a second. Like, imagine that you don't know C-Lane. Well, you know C-Lane has a kid now, but imagine that you don't know C-Lane. Look at him now.
I could see as a child, sure.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, if he had like a 9-year-old in a movie, you'd buy it. You'd
Now,
think it was wrong.
do I look at you and know that you have like a 22-year-old? That's still kind of hard to come to grips with.
Like, you don't think I could be in a movie where I had a 22-year-old son?
Not wearing that.
That would seem so weird. Hey, bro.
Still have that hat on.
Now, this goes to all the real parents out there. Don't you fear, Disney is here to, I guess, save your stupid kids from doing stupid things. An actor from Percy Jackson and the Olympians has shared a reason behind a drastic character change from the novels to the series. His name is Arian Samardi. He plays the character Grover Underwood in the Disney Plus adaptation of this. And according to him, Disney changed that character because they didn't want kids to start eating tin cans.
Weird. They'll only actually do that if they see it on TikTok.
I mean, come on. We've seen a lot of movies, and I think between the three of us have gone our entire lives without doing the same things that are in the movies.
How does one physically do that?
Eat a tin can. That's a great question. I didn't even know, and this is maybe the reason why I'll never watch Percy Jackson and the Olympians, why they eat tin cans, but I guess it's mentioned several times in the novel that Grover likes cheese enchiladas. I'll eat those. And then likes also to eat tin cans, just straight up in the dome there.
I hate to say this lest I offend some Percy fans, but Percy Jackson and the whatever was always to me like a bootleg ass Harry Potter. It felt like a cheap
even though
version.
it's got Alexander Daddario in it, it's still kind of like
Was it
like,
before Harry Potter?
I don't know which one. I don't know which one of those came first in terms of the book, but I remember it coming out after Harry Potter as a movie. So I just always felt bootleg to me.
The boy who lived comes to steal a movie idea. This guy right here, or one of them.
Oh, Van Halen.
Van Halen is right. Talking about David Lee Roth, and he is lashing out, lash, against Wolfgang Van. What?
There's Wolf.
YouTube channel is now talking all the smack about Wolfgang. Now, last we talked about Wolfgang, it's like Nepo, but he's also very talented, and it seems like Van Halen is doing well with him as the guitar player.
Yeah.
But according to this video that Dave just released, it starts off with him interviewing. Oh my God! I don't even want to do the next episode anymore. Hi, you sweet boy.
Why not?
The baby alert.
See,
We
like,
just got a
he
fresh
looks
diaper put on.
just like you. It's
He does.
freaking me out.
Say hi.
What is he looking at? The lights?
Lights, fans.
I cannot.
anything.
If you guys are listening live, please go to the stream right now and see that beautiful baby boy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. Hopefully,
Sorry, Wolfgang Van Halen.
He starts off his video talking to Jesus
Oh, okay.
with some voice effects.
My name is Dave Roth, and I'm interviewing a very special guest this evening, our Lord and Savior, Mr. Jesus Christ. Jesus. I mean, Mr. Christ. Welcome, welcome.
Dude, likewise.
We're told you have a message for all of mankind.
What's
Bro,
that?
I just want people to know, okay? I want people to know.
I can't. I can't even bring myself to listen to the rest of it. But he said, I got this job, Jesus says this. Because of my talent, I would have had this job anyway, even if my dad wasn't God. And that's him kind of segueing into how Wolfgang has been a Nepo baby, referred to him as this effing kid, and says that he complains all the time while he's on tour that he's not getting enough attention. So there you go. A little bit of future for you, Jackson. Hopefully he's not a big brat like apparently Wolfgang is.
Oh, if yesterday's any indication, then he is.
Well, there you have it. On the boob tube, I really just can't get over how stinking cute that baby is. I'm gonna hold that. Let me hold that baby on the boob tube. We got Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning on Paramount Plus. Third season premiere of Son of a Critch on the CW. Hell's
What?
Kitchen. What?
Son of a critch.
CW has every time I do CW shows, it often leads with huh or ending with huh.
Never heard of that one. Son of a crick.
Griselda on Netflix, the Sofia Vergara docu, or the scripted series about Griselda Blanco, and the series premiere of Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe Revolution. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra, and most importantly, stay with me, you cute little baby that Dylan now has.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we come back, by the way.
How dare you distract me with that baby during my segment?
I feel a little bad.
You playing
so
that clip
thrown.
reminded me, it brought me right back. Because
Masked
it
Singer.
truly is, it truly is one of my favorite pastimes. I love terrible radio, and the king of terrible radio is David Lee Roth. There's none worse.
Is he still doing radio?
No, but that made me feel like when he did his radio show.
I didn't know he had a radio show.
Oh, God.
I will say
gave him-
he has a very nice voice, though. Like, whatever his producer's doing, it sounded good.
It was.
See, I don't know if he had any radio experience when they gave him Howard Stern's slot when he went to Sirius.
Yeah, and I met a guy one time, and I was like, have you heard this David Lee Roth show? It's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. And he goes, oh, I kind of like it.
Oh.
And I picked his brain for like 2 hours. I was like, so you like this show? What?
I didn't even play you guys the second clip. I mean, he was referring to women as dames and the big lights and other words I've never
Can you
heard
save
of
it?
before.
I want to hear it when
Absolutely.
we come back. It brings me back to that cringe, which I enjoy. Okay, when we return, we'll get to that, plus the one word you're not allowed to say on a cruise ship. What is it? Probably not what you're thinking. And I don't know if this is actually real, but we'll digest that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's a Real Radio sports special with the AFC and NFC championship games this Sunday. Coverage starts at 2 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a bunch of commotion on Highway 1792 this afternoon. The left lane is blocked southbound near Lee Road at Gay Street. Travel with caution through there. I-4 eastbound, authorities are clearing up an accident. The left lane is blocked at Orange Blossom Trail. And the off-ramp is partially blocked due to an accident from the Beach Line to International Drive. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa is ringing in 2024 in a big way with any 20 or 24-ounce freshly brewed hot coffee for just $2, including their new caramel cream flavor. Pour more of your favorite coffee at Wawa.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio wants to provide the assist on your holiday bills by putting $1,000 in your hand. $1,000 13 times a day. You know the drill. Just listen for the keyword to win $1,000 each hour weekdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer the phone from a number that will probably say no caller ID when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
On game day, you want to focus on 3 things: football, friends, and food. And what makes all those better? Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford Original gives grilled food an authentic wood-fired barbecue flavor you can't get anywhere else. Well-fed friends are happy friends. So good. And football? Well, it's just more fun with a burger in hand. Elevate your backyard game day grilling with Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
Brooks and Dunn Reboot 2024 Tour.
I'll play something country.
The best-selling duo of all time. Live with David Lee Murphy and Ernest. Saturday, May 4th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. On sale Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Brooks and Dunn Live.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
I bought one bottle of Harem. I'm about 3/4 of the way through it, and I had a balding spot on the crown, and I don't have that bald spot anymore. So I know it's working for me. I can definitely tell a difference. And my barber said your hair seems thicker. I have fine hair, but it's just thicker. It's kind of gradual, but like I said, I've only had one bottle.
Fantastic results, Mark. Harem can absolutely regrow your hair. Made for both men and women and all hair types, Harem treats receding hairlines, the crown of the head, and thinning hair. Harem has proven to be as effective as minoxidil, but without harsh chemicals, no side effects, and provides long-lasting results. For a natural solution to regrow thicker, healthier hair, go to greatlifenow.com and see how you can get a free bottle of Harem today. That's greatlifenow.com. greatlifenow.com. greatlifenow.com.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick.
This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible. So Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
This is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. There are a lot of great dads out there. Sometimes those dads get divorced. For more than 30 years, we've represented men in divorce, confronting the pitfalls that could devastate your finances or harm your family relationships. While every situation is different, our goal is to get the best outcome for you and your kids. Set up a consultation and take the first step.
Office in Orlando. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Scott Trout, licensed in Missouri, Illinois, and Georgia only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Get connected to Central Florida like never before with Very Local, powered by Wesh 2. Stay informed with the local news team you trust. Explore original series and specials.
You are one of the most inspiring people I've ever met.
Experience new sights and new adventures with the ultimate Central Florida insiders.
I can't wait to go check it out. Come with me.
24/7 TV made just for you.
How awesome is this?
Download the free Very Local app now and stream like a local.
No payments for 3 months with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
There's no way this is true. We'll get to that in just a moment. Plus, an incident at a We Buy Any Car location that is really transfixing the internet right now. And we'll hear from you as well. You can send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right this very moment. Okay, they say that this is the one word that you're not supposed to say on a cruise ship. Any guesses before I reveal what they're saying?
Can we say it on the radio?
We can say it on the radio, and my other hint is I don't believe this. I don't think that this is a thing that you're not supposed to say on a cruise ship.
Will it incite panic?
They say yes.
Okay.
But I say no. I say no normal person would react to this word and be like, "Oh God, don't say that around here."
I got a good guess.
What do you think?
Is it pirates?
Pirates was my first thought as well. I thought if you scream out pirates, somebody will think that perhaps somebody's trying to board the ship or that somebody's trying to take over or something like that. C-Lane, any guesses as to what they're saying is the word you're not supposed to say on a cruise ship?
I didn't really have any. I was going to offer the suggestion that somebody made in the chat right as we went to break.
Mm-hmm.
But when you said it's going to incite panic, that doesn't.
No. I said they say it's going to incite panic, but I don't think it would.
But they were saying you don't say boat because it's not a boat, it's a ship. That sounds like one of those stupid don't say zombie on the set of Walking Dead kind of rules.
Yeah, that's not it. It's some people in chat have already guessed this. It's Titanic. And
Come on.
I'm not buying that for a second.
I don't think that people are going to hear Titanic and go, "Oh my gosh, we're doomed." It just sounds more like a superstition that you don't say Titanic on a cruise ship. Like, you know, the word that you can't say in a theater.
Well, that's a weird
Abraham
one too.
Lincoln.
No,
Damn.
that's enough time has passed. That one's cool again. Sic Semper Tyrannis is back too, but
no. Do you know what the like?
Well, fire in the movie theater. It goes back to like Supreme Court law discussing free speech. And,
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the very, very well documented and observed superstition that if you work in a theater, you don't say Macbeth.
Oh, really?
Yes, even if you were performing, unless you're performing Macbeth, and even then, when you're off script, you refer to it as McBee. They don't say Macbeth. It's super bad luck in the theater business.
I just went to Aladdin. You think if I was backstage with all these guys and I was like, Macbeth, do you think that they would all be cued into that? They'd be like, what are you doing, man?
I think that very many of them would find you disrespectful because you're doing something like that on purpose. I'm sure a handful of them don't believe in superstitions at all, but it's still, same thing with you don't say good luck. Right. They're very superstitious, the theater people.
Well, the one that everybody says, which Celia mentioned earlier, is you don't say fire in a crowded theater, which is just used as an argumental piece. You could say fire in a crowded theater, especially if the theater's on fire.
Good point.
You could definitely say it if that's the case. The one that is tough, that I think is the most dicey to say, is bomb on an airplane.
Yeah.
And you don't bomb your way through your
What
flight.
if I was in the military and I was a bombardier?
That one is dicey because I could see you getting in some trouble for mentioning that. But Titanic on a cruise ship, I don't know about that. Mark Sebastian says you don't say this. He said the number one thing he learned the hard way was that there's one word that won't go over well when spoken on a cruise ship. You're not supposed to talk about the Titanic. Who knew that? I didn't, he said. I brought up the Titanic to an entire room of people. I said our ship is only 100 feet longer than the Titanic. When I tell you that utensils dropped, waiters gasped, it's dead silent after I said it. He said, well, it wasn't in the effing handbook. Not that I read the handbook, but I didn't know I wasn't allowed to say this. And he said everybody panicked and reacted. Now, it could be. So I want to hear from some of you cruise ship folks. Straighten me out. I don't want to be wrong. I want you to hold me accountable when I screwed things up. Last radio host that will do this. I want you to hold me accountable. But it could be that on a cruise ship, much like the stage thing that I wasn't aware of where you say Macbeth, maybe on a cruise ship they have that very same thing where people who are insiders or who work on cruise ships know that you don't talk about the Titanic.
And if you're in the theater on the cruise ship and you say Macbeth on the Titanic, you might as well have hit the self-destruct button.
You don't want to do that. At all costs, avoid it. All right, we got to get into a bunch of things here, but I do want to hear more if you have that David Lee Roth thing. Because
I do. I mean, it was a very long YouTube video, so I just got the juicy parts, I suppose.
All right. Well, let's just to be clear here. Sorry. He is upset about Wolfgang being in Van Halen.
Yes, and he considers him a brat. Like, you should be grateful for who we're performing to, the tens of thousands of people, and all Wolfgang can do is complain that he's not getting enough attention.
Right.
And the way he put it on his YouTube channel is like, oh my.
The way he did that YouTube video is exactly how he did his show. Every morning would be like, scootily up, scoop, deep, 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 David Lee Roth. And he'd
boozy, boozy, boom.
He would totally do that. He'd be like, let's go to the bones. And it was so bad. So bad. And if you know me well, you know that I love terrible radio. I used to hate listen to Opie before they canned his ass over on satellite radio, because I would listen and I'd go, I can't believe this man is making millions of dollars. I can't believe somebody with this small of a skill set is making that much money. And I would listen, I'd be like, this is so bad. But David Lee Roth, he was the king of the kings. Let's hear some of that.
This kid, he's complaining the entire tour like I'm not paying enough attention to him on stage. Like Santa Claus coming down the chimney and popping out on Christmas as nobody paying attention. Shalom to the dome, homie. I'm giving him the best. Everything I've got in front of 20, 30,000 people.
Son of a bitch. We have the Amber Alert going on.
Oh, he's somehow working in conjunction with the government. Oh, it's him?
Cut to New York City. Glamorous, glistening, shimmering New York City, and we're at Jones Beach with 20,000 of my closest friends. I walk out into the middle of this.
I hate him. I can't even deal it.
I couldn't do it. And he goes, and then we have some dames, some 40-year-old dames, right? And who knows, Wolfgang, no idea, they pay our checks. And then it goes on and on and on.
He did the entire shows like that. That was the whole show. It would be him, the skiddly bop bop dee doo bow, yeah.
You never believe what I'm going to say next, but let me put in some music here. It's David Lee Roth.
God, it was glorious and so terrible, and it lasted about 3 months. I canned him, and that was that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We want to hear from you, so send us a dispatch, please. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now.
You remember what happened when they canned him, right? You remember who got that job?
Well, they split it up, right?
They went from David Lee Roth to Opie and Anthony.
Oh, did they? Okay. Yeah. Because it was like chaos there for a while. I think some of the stations went to Adam Carolla, right? Like on the West Coast, he was on a bunch of stations. And that's how he got his podcast started. Anyhow, did we lose a bunch of that because there was an Amber Alert?
Sure did, but it was like such a long Amber Alert, too.
Was it?
When I just tuned in, it was going 0, 0, 2, do not approach.
Is it still playing now?
I believe we're back. Hold on.
All right.
We are back.
Okay.
Hello,
good.
everybody.
Did that ruin it for weekends, Sealand? Did that totally?
No.
Oh, good.
Screw the pooch
Or
remains
everybody else that
unscrewed.
listens to us.
All right. Well, let's get to this. Here we go. We buy any car. When we come back, a man is very, very upset. And his story is an incredible one. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution on I-4. Authorities are clearing up an accident eastbound before Orange Blossom Trail. The left lane is blocked. There's delays due to an accident on Highway 1792 southbound near Lee Road at Gay Street. Authorities are clearing up an accident causing a bit of delays on Florida's Turnpike southbound near Hancock Road. The left shoulder is blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Discover. If you like using debit over credit, shouldn't you also get rewarded? Well, now you can with Discover Cashback Debit. It's a checking account that rewards everyone with cash back on everyday purchases with no fees, period. Check out eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashbackdebit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
In this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
On game day, you want to focus on 3 things: football, friends, and food. And what makes all those better? Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford Original gives grilled food an authentic wood-fired barbecue flavor you can't get anywhere else. Well-fed friends are happy friends. And football, well, it's just more fun with a burger in hand. Elevate your backyard game day grilling with Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Hi, my name's Tim Forehand. I'm a deputy sheriff. In my job, keeping in shape is important. I've tried other products to get my weight down, but nothing has worked like Android 400. In just 3 months, I've dropped 51 pounds, down from 230 to 179. Plus, the weight's come off in the stomach area. I've gone from a snug 36-inch waist to a 32-inch waist, which I was in high school. I highly recommend the Android 400 to all my friends.
Guys, are you frustrated because no matter how hard you try, it seems impossible to lose stubborn belly fat? Then discover why thousands of men each month rely on Andro 400. Lose belly fat, gain energy and confidence, and feel great about yourself. Andro 400, the safe, effective, and inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435.
Spectrum Mobile brings you our best deal to start the new year. Now you can get unlimited mobile for $15 per line when you get 2 lines. Spectrum Mobile includes nationwide 5G and the fastest wireless speeds with unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line for 12 months when you get 2 lines with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Start saving on your mobile bill now. Call 855-235-4651 or visit a Spectrum store near you. Offer subject to change. Valid for new and qualified customers. Service not available in all areas. Per line activation fees, Spectrum Internet, and auto pay required. Restrictions apply.
We all make resolutions this time of year, and let's face it, most of them won't stick. But here's one that's not only easy to keep, but will help you feel healthier all year long. Navage. Navage provides quick, drug-free nasal relief by washing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. This time of year, when everyone is sick, Navage helps by sucking out germs, bacteria, and viruses trapped in our noses that cause us to feel miserable. And come allergy season, it does the same with dust, pollen, and other allergens. And unlike medications that can take time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage helps treat congestion symptoms in seconds flat, without drugs. This New Year's, resolve to use drug-free Navage to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage. N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Deep Cuts. Featuring deep album tracks from iconic artists like the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, The Who, The Stones, and more. Try something new for 2024. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Deep Cuts, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Pay no interest. 0 during No Pay New Year at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND. G-R-A-N-D. GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
3 best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture. This
Shubla sends an email. Shubla is his name. And this is my favorite email in a while that somebody has sent because it's just like, it's kind of a little bit passive aggressive. And he's like, I want to bring something to your attention, but I want you to know I'm not crazy and it's not a big deal or anything. And here's what he says to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Shubla says, hi, Sean. I believe that I heard an error in Fritz on the Street on January 24th. It doesn't affect me, but may affect the outcome of the competition. I don't care if this is addressed or not, he says. So it's like he's willing to bring this up.
I like it.
I don't care if you do anything about this, but I'm bringing the information to you. While summarizing the points, I may have run into another error. I'm not paying close attention for errors. It just caught my attention. Maybe points at the end of the game can't be altered. Errors have to be addressed during the game, ? He said, question number 8, per the buzzer, there were 5 correct answers. Fritz said there were 6 correct answers, and he said that wasn't the case. There are other possible errors. After question number 7, Fritz said Sabrina had 8 points. She won another point, but ended up with 10 points. That's all. No reply is asked for, says Shubla. Right? So, I don't know. I mean, scandal is in the air here. There's been some mistakes, but I agree with Shubla. The way we should really do Fritz on the Street is if you won't call him out as we're doing it in real time, then you're done for. It has to happen on the field as we're playing. And if it goes by, then the points are there. It's already the way it is. And I didn't know.
That's kind of how I've been approaching it anyway. Like, I keep notes of what I guess and what I score. And if his numbers don't match mine, I will say I don't agree.
Yeah, I pay no attention to any of the numbers. I often forget what my guesses were after I do them. I am very easily distracted. But
I like that, but that's fun though because you're super surprised whenever you win.
Yeah, it makes it that way. I think so. We're going to go to you in a moment. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. But there was a pretty crazy story about a customer who's upset with his run-in at We Buy Any Car, and he says that there was a problem with his transaction there, and it's not like he feels like he got ripped off or anything. It's a whole nother thing entirely, if we believe this guy's story. So regardless, I wanted to present this to everybody, and let's dive in and see what we think about this man in Raleigh, North Carolina, that went to We Buy Any Car, and things took a turn on him. Here we go.
You'll see only on 17. A Wake Forest man goes to a Raleigh car business to sell his vehicle, but leaves with a skull fracture.
CBS 17's Caitlin Richards is speaking with Chad Shipley about what he says happened.
That's the top of my head. That's a shoe print, we believe.
Oh, my God. This guy is beat the F up. Oh. And this is from buying a car? He got his shoe print on his head. His eye is all busted up right here. And I think there's more.
Up in my eye right afterwards.
Chad Shipley arrived to this We Buy Any Car location off Capitol Boulevard on January 12th to sell his sister's car, which was in his name.
All right.
His sister waited in the car while Shipley went inside to ask what paperwork was needed.
I was like, I'm not understanding. And about the time he says, do it, you understand this. And that's when he proceeded to brutally beat me up.
All right. So he's maintaining that he went into this place and he said, I don't know, I'm not understanding. And he said, understand this. And then he got beat up by the guy who was working at the car dealership place. I feel like we're missing a chunk of the story here. Like, I can't believe that you're sitting down and the transaction is going very normal.
I said, excuse me, sir. I seem to have misplaced my understanding of the situation. Could you explain to me?
The guy just kicks your ass. I don't know.
Listen to the extended cut of the theme song. It's We Buy Any Car. Then we might also kick your ass.
I don't know. We're missing something about how this went down, but he definitely did get beat up because his face is...
Without a doubt. But is there no footage, just the aftermath photos?
I don't know. Let's see what else we learn here.
Everybody knew this was going on inside this building because the windows are tinted.
Shipley says he finally got his sister's attention outside and she dialed 911. Raleigh police and EMS rushing to the scene, but Shipley says even that didn't turn out how he expected.
They're explaining to me that until they received the video footage of this, that they're charging me.
The initial Raleigh police report shows both Shipley and the worker, identified as Sherman James Jr., both charged with simple assault, but lists the worker's name as the only victim.
Okay, I think that this sounds, well, besides the fact that the worker was the only victim, it sounds like a normal response to this, because if you're a cop and you show up to the scene and there's a fight that you didn't see, you're going to go, I don't know. I'm going to take you both and charge you, and we'll sort this out afterwards. So that seems normal, but then only one guy was listed as a victim, and that was the guy that wasn't beat up as bad.
You imagine, like, he gets his sister's attention, though.
Mm-hmm.
Call 911. And then she's like, but did you get the car sold? Most
Did we get it?
Damn it.
They said they'd buy any car. We're really going to put that to the test today.
You mean that curb stomp didn't get you $1,000 extra on the trade-in?
Let's see what happened, because we're missing something here.
There's my lip where it went through my broken teeth. I have my front faceplate is completely fractured, what is considered a skull fracture in medical terms. And I have to have plastic surgery. This is right here where I've been referred to a specialist for surgery.
Shipley says these pages of medical referrals is only the start to his recovery. As for the investigation, Raleigh police have now obtained surveillance footage from We Buy Any Car.
They have retrieved the video and have acknowledged that I was correct and have acknowledged that this changes everything.
I feel like we are really not hearing something important. He says they got the footage, and we acknowledge that you're right, and we acknowledge that you were the victim here. Hang on, I got to hear a little more from you.
CBS 17 has requested the video, but police have yet to release it.
She's calling him?
Couldn't cut that.
Why did they leave this in?
We contacted the Raleigh location.
That's it.
I want to prove to you that we called them to try to get their comment about this story.
The voicemail box you've reached is full.
They had no comment.
Where the incident happened, and they declined to comment. We also reached out to the We Buy Any Car corporate office, and late this afternoon.
All right, here we go. We got a statement from them. Now let's see what this says, if it adds any additional info. On January 12th, there was an incident at We Buy Any Car in Raleigh involving a customer and one of the branch employees. Hate speech was used towards the employee, and a physical confrontation followed. We Buy Any Car does not condone any type of aggression, nor does it tolerate any form of discrimination or hate speech. We Buy Any Car is fully cooperating with the authorities, and as the investigation is ongoing, we have no further comment at this time. So they're saying there was hate speech used here. I'm going to take a couple guesses, take some liberties with the story. The guy who got beat up is white. I'm going to just guess maybe that the other dude was a black dude. And if there's hate speech here, if this dude tossed the N-bomb at a guy, the guy raged on him, and then afterwards he went to the news, that's a really stupid move.
He's also a giant pussy.
That is a really dumb move.
I love the lack of detail on his part. Where it's like, there was an incident, didn't explain to the news exactly what had happened.
No.
But it was just like, we're waiting on the footage, and I'm pretty sure that I'm right still. And blah, blah, blah. Like, give us the deets. Who did what? What do they look like?
If the cops get the footage and they go, we agree with you, the other person was the aggressor, what do you want to bet that security footage doesn't have any audio of the conversation they were having?
Yeah.
It's probably just the video that you would get from that. And I'm not justifying, like, I don't think if somebody calls you slurs, you should just go beat the hell out of them and smash their face in. I can understand it more, you know. Like, imagine yourself across the desk and somebody starts saying some terrible stuff to you. You'd probably get pissed off. You might want to punch their face in. But what I don't like, what I dislike more than anything, even more than the violence that was used, just because that's who I am. I hate more than the violence somebody who goes out and goes, this person wronged me. I was attacked. And they do the yada, 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 and then I was attacked. And it's like, you expect us to believe a version of this story where you walked in, you said, I would like to sell my car. I see on your sign that you buy any car. Here are the keys, and here's the mileage. And that person just said, I'm going to pummel you, and started beating you up. That's what you expect us to believe. I don't believe that for a second.
And then go wah, wah, wah to the news, thinking like, oh, they will for sure believe me, the court of the public opinion, if I'm on the news. I mean, honestly, I feel like that news station probably should have done their due diligence.
They did. Didn't you hear the woman calling?
That's
she stayed on for a while.
It was two rings. One more time, C-Lane.
She waited. But we did get this information. Hate speech was used toward the employee and a physical confrontation followed. And they said they don't condone aggression nor tolerate any form of discrimination. Let's see if there's any other details.
They issued this statement saying, quote,
Just going to read it.
There was an incident at We Buy Any Car in Raleigh involving a customer and one of the branch employees. Hate speech was used towards the employee and a physical confrontation followed.
What'd he say?
We Buy Any Car does not condone any type of aggression, nor does it tolerate any form of discrimination or hate speech. We Buy Any Car is fully cooperating with the authorities. Shipley says any allegations of him using hate speech are completely false. In Raleigh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so he's saying I didn't use any hate speech. I didn't say anything. If you say that, you are expecting me to believe that a person just decided to beat you up and smash your face in and kick your head out of nowhere. And that's a very abnormal human reaction.
How dumb do you think we are, sir?
I don't buy that. I don't
Me
think that's
either.
the case. Yeah, I think something led to this. They were fighting back and forth. There was some exchange, and that led to things getting physical, and the guy wants to leave that part of the story out. All right, let's see what you think. Let's go over to you. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. We start with, how about this one? Jazzy Josh is talking about cruise ships.
When I was younger, I went on an Alaskan cruise with my parents, and they played the Titanic movie on a loop in one of the main lounges, which was kind of weird and also unsettling because being in Alaska, we're dodging icebergs and glaciers.
Bad movie choice.
So I don't know why they did that.
That seems like a weird move. Well, there you go. They tried it. Here's Mattress Cowboy, and this says Waffle Houseacre. All right?
Coming in hot, Mattress Cowboy just went to Waffle House. Can't get milk from Waffle House.
Can't get milk?
Wondering why Sabrina wears such terrible T-shirts.
What?
Oh, wow. Okay. He's taking a shot at your T-shirts.
This current
which-
T-shirt? It's not even a T-shirt. It's a nice shirt. I have a meeting after the show.
There's nothing wrong with that T-shirt. It looks nice.
What was the other T-shirt that was bad?
I don't know. You were getting a lot of compliments on your shirt the other day, actually, from the folks in chat.
Yeah, follow up.
I don't know
I'll
what that
kick your
is.
ass, sir. With my words.
Uh-oh.
With my words.
He's going to say this came out of left field. Here is Man Kickin' talking to us.
Yeah, in Percy Jackson and the Olympians,
Mm-hmm.
Grover's character is half goat, so that's why he enjoys eating tin cans.
Okay,
but you know, I haven't seen him eat a tin can yet. But as far as the kids in Iowa, I mean, it's I've always when I was in grade school, we were always forced to say the national anthem or pledge allegiance.
Just the pledge.
And you weren't forced to. They did it as a class, but I remember kids not standing up. Like Jehovah's Witness kids wouldn't participate in that.
Yeah, but
we
they
had
also,
to watch.
Yeah.
We had to watch the national anthem before, and then we said the pledge.
What about birthdays? They had to leave the room?
I don't know, but they
That's
don't
sad.
participate in that stuff. I just know that we weren't forced to do it, which is what they're talking about in Iowa. They're talking about making the kids do this. I didn't see if they carved out any room for somebody to say I'm not allowed to do this for my faith or whatever. Some reason to object to it. All right, we want to hear from you. You're next, potentially. Let's see what you got. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. In fact, I think we got time for a couple. There is a really bad idea that's making the rounds, though, so let's just jump ahead of this. If you see some of these videos on social media and you see people who are eating toothpicks that have been fried, please don't do that.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see that?
Please don't
deep fried, sauteed.
They're doing it in South Korea, and they said a
and
health
you eat
warning.
the whole toothpick?
Yeah. They said a health warning from South Korea's food ministry has urged people not to eat fried toothpicks made of starch in a shape resembling curly fries after the practice went viral in some social media posts.
Oh, they're made of starch. It sounds edible.
Yeah, it does to me. I don't know if they're worried about people screwing up and thinking, oh, I could just eat this regular toothpick.
Maybe.
That's not good. Video clips showing people consuming the deep-fried starch toothpicks with seasonings, such as powdered cheese, have racked up thousands of likes and shares on TikTok and Instagram. Their safety as a food has not been verified, the Ministry of Food and Drug Safety said in a posting on X, a.k.a. Twitter.
Nobody has fully made that transition over. Every article I ever see says X, formerly known as Twitter, formerly known as, but they continue
I hope it goes
to
back.
post Twitter. It is not going to.
Does that mean Twitter, like the title Twitter, is like available for people to use, or
I don't
it's still
know.
under some sort of just like stagnant?
That would be an interesting one because they wouldn't be using it in commerce. If you move from Twitter over to X, now we want to be X, everybody call us X. You're not using the previous thing, Twitter, in commerce anymore.
Call my ex's Twitter now?
You could. If you wanted to.
David Lee Roth.
Here's Dan the Plumber. He's with us for one more real quick.
Man, hearing that email, Sean, we need to go back to the tape. We could have possibly got a win. And after a year of trying to get represented for Fritz on the Street, I totally want that magnet. So
sorry, sir. So I think you missed this. You were working on something back there.
I did. Super chaotic here at HQ, by the way.
Mm-hmm. But what they said was during Fritz on the Street, there were some mistakes, and it ended up with you getting extra points.
When?
At one point, you were at 8 points, and then you got another point, and then Fritz said you were at 10 points. And
So I got
what
too
are
many points.
One of the answers I got right, and I didn't get the points for it. I don't know who those points were awarded to, whether it was you or C-Lane. But we agreed afterwards, if you're going to throw a flag on the field for Fritz on the Street, you have to bring it up while we're playing the game. Because once the game's over, it's over. We can't be going back to
How are
games.
they supposed
and
to
going,
bring it up during the game, Sean?
well, we're supposed to be paying attention. C-Lane does that all the time. If he thinks his points are wrong, he'll call out what Fritz says. He'll go, whoa, I think I had this many points. I had this many points. If we wait and then afterwards, it's like 3 months ago in Fritz on the Street.
Right.
This mistake, no. Once it's done, even if it was against me, because I
Also,
could have benefited.
Can we address the Jiminy Cricket that was sitting on that man's shoulder during that dispatch?
Wait, what happened?
Did you not hear it? As he started it, it
Oh,
was
is that
like
that was in the
cricket
dispatch?
Was
No,
right.
no, that was from the joke that you had made about the
Great timing.
I don't even remember anymore.
That was
She thought that was in
really
the
good.
dispatch. That was C-Lane playing it. All right. Well, we'll come back with something else in just a moment. Jury duty is coming up next. What? The fans aren't excited about that? But be excited. Be excited because it's going to be a wild, rambunctious, out of control, coffee-filled jury duty. And it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Florida State's upcoming football schedule will feature several interesting matchups, including a visit to Notre Dame and showdowns with new ACC members Cal and SMU. A second straight win will be within reach for the Lightning tonight when they host Arizona. Bolts coming off that win in Philly on Tuesday. And the Ravens and the Chiefs will battle it out for a spot in Super Bowl 58 on Sunday. DraftKings line favors Baltimore by 3.5. I'm Scott Davidson.
From the versatile EQB to the sublime EQS sedan, Mercedes-Benz makes electric extraordinary. The vehicles are all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. The choice is all yours. Learn more at mbusa.com/EQ.
This is Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman & Lind and the Under Oath podcast. A little more free advice. Any conversation you have with the insurance company after you get into an accident will be recorded. Everything you say can and will be used against you. For example, when they ask you how you're doing, these are not words of concern. These are traps to keep them from paying your medical expenses. Simply reply with, I've been told to avoid answering questions like this. It's not if, but when you get into an accident. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial #546.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Hey, big shout out and congratulations to Gene out of Altamont Springs. Gene is a listener of the show. He was ready to upgrade his driving situation. He went down to Nation's Trucks last night and left in his very own lifted 2022 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4. And you guys, you can be next. Ford, Chevy, Ram, GMC, no matter what you're looking for, Nation's Trucks has got them all and more. And they, with approved credit, you're not going to make any payments for 3 months. Visit nationtrucks.com today or just go down and see them in Sanford in person and take a look at those beautiful trucks on 1792, just 1 mile south of Lake Mary Boulevard. Let them know C-Lane from the News Junkie sent you.
Hey, it's Russ Rollins. Need your carpets and tile looking great without sticky, soapy chemical residue left behind? Zero Res will clean your carpets the right way. This month, they're offering 20% off all their carpet and upholstery cleaning. That's OrlandoZeroRes.com. Zero Res, spelled forwards or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word music to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's music to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text music to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text music to 96551. Text the word music to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire the largest injury firm in the world for your injury case? Lots of people hired us. We've collected over $15 billion and won a lot. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
This week at Target, discover deals to pack your pantry and relax. Restock with buy two, get one free on 12 packs of Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Canada Dry, and more. Plus, score bubbly 8 packs for only $2.99. Then, stock up with 20% off Up and Up toilet paper and paper towels. Now you're ready to relax with 50% off women's flannel pants and shorts from Stars Above. Check back each week for more new ways to save. But hurry, these deals end Saturday. So, it's time for a Target run. Restrictions apply. See Target.com for details.
Progressive presents 10 things on a food truck owner's to-do list that are harder than getting a commercial auto insurance quote. Stocking the fridge, prepping the stations, finding employees that get along well, finding employees that actually do their job. Looking at you, Gary. Balancing the books, balancing the flavors, having a fresh menu and fresh produce and fresh meat, but never a fresh mouth. But the easiest thing on a small business owner's to-do list? Seeing if you can save on commercial auto insurance. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms and conditions.
Whenever you need us, just reach out and we'll be there with more locations, more experts, and more resources to deliver the healthcare you need to comfort you and make you feel your best. Find a care site near you at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos.
Another hot mic moment on the show. 10 out of 10 throat clear, says Mac over on YouTube. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. When that happens, when you hear yourself in your headphones, when you don't think that you're going to be on the radio, and you're like, uh-oh. Yeah, you start looking around, and, oh, boy, I froze. I
So
just
did
froze
we.
in place.
I go, you are now live again.
All right. Well, here we go. It's time to do it. Let's get into it. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Lots of hot mics there.
Weirdo.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, you need an attorney most times. And there's a lot of choices, but you want an attorney that's going to listen to you and going to take care of you and going to fight against the insurance companies, not try to settle as fast as they can, not turn you into somebody who's talking to boiler room salespeople who want to settle fast and just get done with it. No, you want Mo DeWitt. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. It's the three dead friends he never knew he had. This story continues to stupefy anybody getting anywhere near it. And I find it to be really interesting. So more and more details are rolling in about what happened in Kansas City, where this man said he had no idea that his friends had been dead for 3 days outside of his house. And this was after there was a party at this house, and 3 of these folks were dead. One of them was on the back porch. 2 of them were in the backyard. And now some theories are emerging, right? Because when I first heard this, I go, hang on. How could you not know for 2 days that your friends not only were at your house, but that they were dead in your backyard or on your porch, even one of them? Something's not right here. Something is going on. And many people were saying that maybe the homeowner did this. He was responsible. Maybe he killed these people. I'll give you what I think happened in just a moment, and we'll see if I can Sherlock Holmes this. I'm working on a video for this probably in the beginning of next week. But the fifth friend at the Kansas City Chiefs watch party that preceded the mysterious deaths of 3 men offered a new account of their final hours. The bodies of Ricky Johnson, 38, Clayton McGeeney, 36, and David Harrington, 37, were discovered on January 9th after one man's fiancee told Kansas City police she had not heard from her partner in 2 days. 2 of the men were found in the snow outside Jordan Willis's rental home, while the other was found dead on the man's back porch. So all 3 of these folks were dead in the snow, and one of them right on the back porch. The 5th man, who was at the home on January 7th, who has not been named publicly, told Fox 4 Kansas City that Willis and the 3 men were still awake when he left the home that night. He stressed he was not the last person to see the men alive. David Harrington, Clayton McGeeney, and Ricky Johnson are the 3 dead men. His attorney, Andrew Tauge, told the outlet that his client arrived at the residence to watch the Chiefs play the Chargers around 7 p.m. He watched around midnight. When he left, the other 4 men were awake watching Jeopardy. He said his goodbye, and he got out of there. But we wake up now, this homeowner, who hasn't been charged with anything, right? Not been charged with anything, says, I don't know what happened to them. I thought they were somewhere else. Here's my guess as to what we're going to learn about this. I think these guys were up late. They were partying. I think these guys may have been doing some drugs. If you hear the word fentanyl tied to this case, do not be surprised. And what we learn here is that when you're in a place that's incredibly cold, you know, we see all these videos of people doing fentanyl and like nodding off, you know, and like they fall out.
3 of them, man.
Yeah. And then all 3 of them end up outside, and you end up nodding off from the fentanyl. It doesn't take long for somebody to freeze to death because there was no signs that these people had been in any kind of a fight or a struggle had occurred.
Takes 3 days to find them. I mean, and it wasn't even that guy who was like at his own house where this all happened. It was the fiance of one of them, was it not?
Yeah, the fiance said, I haven't heard from this guy. Where the hell is he? And he goes, I don't know. And you can
I just bought him some more fentanyl. He hasn't come home.
Yeah, you can understand that this guy, the homeowner, probably ends up passing out himself. And then when he wakes up, he goes, oh, I guess my friends left. I guess they're gone. He had no idea that they're frozen like popsicles in the yard. And a couple of days goes by. He's got no need to search for them or just doesn't for whatever other reasons. And then he learns that somebody hasn't heard about them, and they find the bodies in the backyard. Guarantee you, that's what we're going to end up on here, because there was no signs of a struggle, nothing like that. Why would you have 3 grown men passed out outside of a house? Why would that happen? It would happen if they happened to be under the influence of something that put them out when they shouldn't have been, and then they're in the snow, and they just end up freezing in the cold temperatures.
Not for nothing, this is kind of how I just assumed it happened. So I don't know why everybody's been so like, ooh, mystery.
Well, people think immediately, if he didn't say anything for 48 hours, what's he covering up here? He had something to do with this. He killed these guys. But they said that the guys weren't like, there's nothing wrong with their bodies other than the fact that they're dead out in the snow. And this is what happens when you have really bad weather. This guy wakes up, he spends a couple of days inside because he's not going anywhere, and he doesn't even realize that his 3 friends never made it anywhere. That's the floating theory at the moment as to what happened with these folks.
And no other details besides that. They've done this autopsy already.
No, the results are not in from the autopsy. They haven't said anything.
You feel like you'd rush something like that, right? Just they don't. It in the butt.
Some places do it very fast, and you learn pretty quickly what the result was. Some places take a very long time, and especially if there's a lot of eyeballs on it. They took quite a while with the George Floyd autopsy. Well, because first they didn't get the results that they wanted on that autopsy, and then they finally did, and releasing it after a lot of time had passed, because that one had a lot of attention on it. This is not nearly in that controversial lane, not nearly as controversial as that was, but this is still a big media story in the area. In Kansas in particular, there's a ton of people who want to know what happened to these guys, what went down. Well, what do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch. We would love to hear from you. All right, let's go over to, here is Jackie talking about Nick. It says, don't cry for Nick. He's a pro. This was the golf thing she sent in the other day. Is she following up on this?
Hey, you'll be happy to know Nick accepted his tour card. So
he did.
Officially on the PGA Tour, and next week he can start making that money that you guys were crying over him not being able to take. He even said in his press conference today, like an hour ago when he announced it,
she's big at golf.
He would have gladly turned in the prize money to get a tour card because you can't buy that. So.
Yeah, that's access to a hell of a lot more money in the long run. So that's the guy who won first place in the PGA tournament, but because he was an amateur, couldn't get the $1.5 million payout. Hopefully his streak can continue and he can get some actual money pouring in. Looks good for him right now. We want to hear from you next. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. Okay, we will take a quick break. When we come back, we've got a ton of stuff to get into, including something that's bubbling up at Netflix that could be a little bit problematic, and another mystery, this time out of California, where they found 6 people dead and they have no idea what's going on. This is a very strange one, and we're going to dive headfirst into this story because it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Chiefs face the Ravens, and then the Lions take on the 49ers. Hear the games here. Coverage starts at 2 p.m. this Sunday on Real Radio 104.1.
There's a couple accidents to watch out for this afternoon. Colonial Drive westbound at John Young Parkway. The left turn lane's blocked. There's an accident off to the shoulder causing a bit of delays on I-4 eastbound. Travel with caution through there. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Highway 1792 southbound near Lee Road. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa is ringing in 2024 in a big way with any 20 or 24-ounce freshly brewed hot coffee for just $2, including their new caramel cream flavor. Pour more of your favorite coffee at Wawa.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival returns June 13th through the 16th, and Real Radio 104.1 wants to send you and a pal to the farm in Manchester, Tennessee. You'll see performances from Red Hot Chili Peppers, Post Malone, Megan Thee Stallion, Maggie Rogers, Cage the Elephant, and many more across 10 stages. Head to realradio.fm Bonnaroo.fm/contest for your chance to win tickets and camping pass. Or head to Bonnaroo.com to grab your tickets now.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
It's the new year, and guess what? I'm in hot water. Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car, regardless of make, model, miles, or even condition. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $7,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. We've got the banks to break the ice with lower rates and smaller payments. You can drive a car that's twice as nice. Come see me at RC Hill Mitsubishi. Check out the new Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. For your peace of mind, we provide a lifetime limited warranty. So dump that old ride you hate, and you can drive for $8. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
In the 1930s, Lucky Luciano, founder of the modern mafia, was taken down by prosecutor Eunice Carter, one of the first black woman assistant district attorneys in New York. The Godmother, an immersive 10-part podcast, delves into her unstoppable rise as she takes on roles from writer to politician, revealing a badass anti-hero, unafraid to bend the rules for justice.
But for Eunice Carter, I don't know that Luciano would ever have been convicted of anything.
Listen to The Godmother on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. I would like everybody to get Heart Smart for 2024. What does that mean? Life Imaging FLA can help you with that. Early detection is key to maintaining a healthy heart. In 2024, make it your resolution to get a scan before you have any symptoms. That's right. Early detection is incredible when it comes to heart disease and also cancer. It's a game changer in terms of treatment and outcomes. And so many people have been to Life Imaging FLA and found out they had heart blockage they didn't even know about. I found out I was clear and clean, which was great, and now I have peace of mind. Life Imaging FLA, you can get a free scan. All you got to do is pick up your phone, dial pound 250, and say the words free heart scan. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value, and it really, really is worth it. So with your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and you can get connected with them in seconds. And you're going to receive an option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia. Get a scan if you can. Life Imaging FLA.
On game day, you want to focus on three things: football, friends, and food. And what makes all those better? Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford Original gives grilled food an authentic wood-fired barbecue flavor you can't get anywhere else. Well-fed friends are happy friends. So good. And football, well, it's just more fun with a burger in hand. Elevate your backyard game day grilling with Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert, and I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
This is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. There are a lot of great dads out there. Sometimes those dads get divorced. For more than 30 years, we've represented men in divorce, confronting the pitfalls that could devastate your finances or harm your family relationships. While every situation is different, our goal is to get the best outcome for you and your kids. Set up a consultation and take the first step.
Office in Orlando. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Scott Trout, licensed in Missouri, Illinois, and Georgia only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Well, hello there. Join me at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino to celebrate a new era in gaming. With live craps, roulette, and sports betting now available to go along with the biggest selection of slots in South Florida. Plus, all your other favorite table games. Complement your night with my award-winning fine dining and casual fare options, lively bars and lounges. Or catch your favorite A-list entertainer at Hard Rock Live. Discover your rhythm today. Go to hardrockholly.com. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture. This
going on right now.
Too much coffee.
No, it's not. God, it's not that. There's some more details in that Kansas City thing that I want to talk about in a moment, too. Plus, something that just happened, I guess, recently on stage at a comedy show, and I want to try to see if we think this is real or not. But this is a very Sean thing I have going on right now. So somebody called out Fritz on a dispatch earlier, and they suggested that there was some funny business going on with the number taken, and that I had been robbed, and that, you know, we should go back and revisit the scores from this last Fritz on the street. And Fritz emailed me, and he said, no error. And I wanted to email back some laughing emojis so he could know that I'm not taking this seriously and we're all good. But I cannot currently send any text messages to any Android phones. I do not know why. I don't know. I've never had that happen to me before, but I cannot. I keep sending them all laughing emojis, and it's like failed to send, failed to send, failed to send.
Have you turned off your phone and turned it back on?
I did turn it off and let it restart, but it's still doing it. So maybe something is going on with Apple right now, or I don't know.
Like, so my, I have like my old phone still, and I just still have it on, and I use it just in case I need a backup, or I have all my old pictures on it, and I go to plug it in, and it's like completely disabled.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, that's not working. And then if I am trying to, go into the cloud, something gets messed up, and I'm getting the vibe that it's time for me to upgrade my phone. So it's starting to break down and give me no other choice but to spend thousands of dollars.
They screwing us over now? That could be it.
That
this morning,
Alexa too, man.
I tried to send a text message to somebody on Android, and it didn't send. And then here I still can't send it to Fritz even after I restarted my phone. So, Fritz, I love you if you're out there, number one. And number two, we're all good. We're going to keep the score as it is because that's how we do things on Fritz on the street. But
I texted him for you.
Good.
I said all that.
It looks like I'm leaving him on red, and I'm not responding to him. Like, I'm mad over here. It's a very Sean problem, as I said. All right, let's go over to this. There is a comedian. I've heard of this guy before, and I don't know anything about him, though. His name is Mark Normand. I only know that name. I think maybe
Mark Normand.
I've seen him on a podcast or something. I don't know him.
He's like,
is he controversial? I really just don't know anything about him.
I've never known him to be controversial. I feel like he has some tie-ins locally.
Oh,
and
does he?
He's a very dry sense of humor.
Okay.
Monotone.
All right.
But I've never known him to have a lot of controversy. I could be wrong.
Some of my alarm bells are going off here because there's a video that is just now starting to make the rounds where he was up on stage and some weirdo like jumped up on stage next to him. And then all hell broke loose and they told everybody they had to leave. Like there was some sort of danger.
You think this is a bit?
He was recording his special at the time. So that sends off alarm bells for me. It's like, oh, during your special, you get somebody coming up on the stage and, trying to stop you. It was very weird. I've got it here. I just don't know if anybody's going to curse.
I have a feeling that they will. But
I gave it the once over and I didn't hear any really loud, obvious curses.
And now you've jinxed it, Sean, because every time you say that, it'll be the second word that I have to dump. But let's go for it.
As long as there's nothing that's just not fleeting and just obvious. Here we go. Let's see what they said. This is Mark Norman, the comedian, on stage, and he says something, and somebody jumps up on the stage.
Okay. All right. Oh, jeez. Hey, how are? What do we got? A migrant here? Hey, what's going on? Oh, jeez.
All right. So the guy just went up on the stage and is just like kind of standing next to him.
I've got a bit of a take on this, but let's hear.
Let's see what else happens. Okay.
All right. Just want to make sure everybody's good here.
And there it is. Yep.
That was fleeting.
Some kind of weird.
It did get dumped.
Party thing. Oh god, somebody got tased.
All right, so I guess they brought the guy outside, and maybe he ended up getting tased or something.
Okay, so are you sus because of the way he's talking?
Because I'm sus because, the way he's talking is weird.
That's okay. So I will say that's his inflection all the time.
The guy who went up there, who rushes the stage, just stands next to him? Stands next to the comedian? It doesn't even do anything or say anything. And then security is right there already. Security was like right there.
The guy's pretty big, though. That's probably his personal security.
It could be. And then they usher the guy out of there. And then this was even weirder. So he's standing on the stage for a minute, and he's like flailing to try to keep the content going, right? He's like, and he said, I'm Glitch McConnelling. And then they rush him out of there, right? They get him off the stage. Now, in comes this woman who I guess is like one of the producers. Again, I don't know if there's any more curse words here. I'll stop playing it if we have another one. But this woman grabs the mic and is like, everybody get out of here.
We just had a momentary interruption.
All right, people are starting to leave.
Get up, get out the taping. Guys, can we get out or what? At the camera.
Yeah, I'm one of the producers of the show. We just need everybody to get out, please.
So everybody just ends up
weird.
Something's weird, right? Aren't the vibes really weird about this?
Yeah.
It screams fake to me for some reason. Everybody's acting really strange. If some guy just jumped up on the stage for 1 second and stood by the comedian and then they got hauled off, who cares?
You'd think that, though, but now we're going into the realm of this is a special. There are a bunch of other people involved in it. And so while the venue was very small, it seems like they were going liability police on it.
Okay.
I don't know. It seemed like it would incite a little bit more panic, but maybe there was something going on outside that we can't see in the video.
Well, a couple theories.
Well, then why would they put everybody outside?
Very good question.
Couple theories coming in. BDMX Con on Twitch says it was a taping. He's not there to perform a comedy show in so much as he wants to record the special. Recording ruins, so he might as well end it, he says. Somebody else says he probably talked about the Titanic. It just, I don't know. It felt very, very staged. The way everybody was talking, like especially the stage manager lady and the guy who said, I'm one of the producers on the show. She was like, guys, please, all of your cell phones, you're recording this. And it's like, of course they're recording this. But why are you reacting that way? What anybody would do in a normal situation is grab the microphone. And I know this is an abnormal situation, but in that moment, they would grab the microphone. They'd be like, folks, sorry about that. We are going to stop this right here. We'll try to get this date rescheduled or something. Try to make your way out in a safe way, and we'll see you later. So they do something like that. These people are professionals. They're used to this. Rand says a bomb threat, maybe. The guy didn't say anything. He just stood next to him. This really reeks of stunt to me, but
I
maybe
don't know,
there's something
but
I don't know.
It's a strange stunt. I guess
Yeah.
we'll have to see the special to understand why this all came to be, Sean.
I don't know. And look, it seemed like a really small place to film a special at, didn't it? It's like,
yeah, when you're lower in comedy, sometimes you get the special before you get the room.
is he lower though? Because people are saying that they know who this guy is. This
He's
is
big,
like,
but I'm sure that
when
they're
you're
doing.
higher in comedy, you get to choose whatever room you want. It doesn't matter because you're big time.
all right, I guess so. I've never seen this place before, but that's not surprising, I guess.
No, it's a pretty famous New York Comedy Club, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it does say. It says New York Comedy Club.
I've noticed though, and maybe further discussion later down the road, but I liken what's going on with comedy shows lately to what's happening on airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like more often lately is people talking or interrupting or getting
Yeah.
on stage or assaulting comedians. And I don't know the reason why, but it continues to happen with no second guessing or any sort of thought process before an audience member does it.
I don't have any way to quantify this whatsoever. But my gut tells me there are more people now than ever that just have no shame. They don't care. They're not self-aware enough to care about this. And so in public, they'll be like, have a couple of drinks in them, and they'll start going after the comedian when before they maybe wouldn't have done that. And in this case, I don't know, this guy it wasn't even like he had some protest planned or something. They're speculating like crazy everywhere, which is exactly what he would want you to do. It says, guy likely said he was going to shoot up the place after they took him off stage. Club probably panicked and shut everything down. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just something weird going on there, and it really reeks of some sort of stunt, which is, working that way, I guess, right now. Meanwhile, let's talk about Gen Z, because we are learning more and more about you beautiful young folks. They say that Gen Z adults are less likely than older generations to join an established religion, according to the latest data. And they said they're also less likely to be Republican. So they're less religious. Everybody's just less religious these days. And less Republican, but not by much, actually. I looked at the actual numbers on this for Gen Z. They're only 1 point more likely to be Democrat than the previous generation.
That's hardly reportable.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I was saying that's it. That's how less likely they are to be Republican.
Oh yeah, 1 digit off, or
not a story.
Not even 1 digit, 1 point off. But they framed it that way. Still, it says Gen Z adults who now make up about 1 in 6 of the Americans eligible to vote. That's kind of crazy. They said they're more politically left than older Americans, with 43% of them identifying as liberal. And with the exception of millennials who were born between 1981, that's me, and 1996. Gen Z adults are notably less likely than those in other generations to identify as conservative. But I think it was only 1 point off. It wasn't really a very big difference to me. And they say they have no idea how to interact with their coworkers. And they've said they're uncomfortable at all sorts of social interactions that they have at the workplace and beyond. And they're
more comfortable doing it online, Sean.
Of course. It's easier that way. Me too, for that matter, right? Okay, when we come back, I got to get into this Netflix thing, and we got to get into the additional details about this Kansas City mystery where these 3 guys were found dead outside their friend's house, and he didn't seem to notice any of this. The update, that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Authorities are
report
clearing
is
up an
sponsored
accident
by
on Colonial
Discover.
Drive westbound at John Young Parkway. Expect delays there. On Highway 1792, there's a bit of delays northbound at Lee Road due to an accident. And traveling on I-4, authorities are clearing up that accident at Orange Blossom Trail. Travel with caution through there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
Did you know Discover wants everyone to feel special? That's why with your Discover card, you have access to 24/7 customer service, as well as $0 fraud liability, which means you're never held responsible for unauthorized purchases. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Limitations apply.
Mortgage brokers are better. Why, you ask? Well, they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. It's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks that are competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy Don. And that mortgage guy Don is the best because he made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. And when it comes to the process of shopping for a mortgage, that can be complicated and confusing and so frustrating you don't want to do it. But not when it comes to that mortgage guy Don. You get a better deal on any home loan when you work with a broker, but you also get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you work with that mortgage guy Don. You want to see a difference? Go to the website right now. ThatmortgageguyDon.com. Chock full of information for you, guides on how to get pre-approved, reliable mortgage information, and my favorite part, direct access to the man himself. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the book, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
What'd your mom pack you for lunch?
Let's see, a turkey sandwich, chips, and... Oh, fresh from Florida strawberries.
I'll trade you for some string cheese.
Sure, here's my sandwich and my chips.
No, I want the Florida strawberries.
Seriously? No way.
Can I throw in my juice box?
You can throw in your lunchbox. You're not getting my Florida strawberries.
Pack the snacks your kids want to eat. Look for the sunny, fresh from Florida logo where you shop.
How about my new sneakers?
Nope.
These earbuds?
Nope.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
On game day, you want to focus on three things: football, friends, and food. And what makes all those better? Kingsford Original Charcoal. Kingsford Original gives grilled food an authentic wood-fired barbecue flavor you can't get anywhere else. Well-fed friends are happy friends.
So good.
And football? Well, it's just more fun with a burger in hand. Elevate your backyard game day grilling with Kingsford Original Charcoal, America's grilling expert. Kingsford.com.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
If
If you're ready for some outdoor family fun, head to Sanford Riverwalk on Saturday, February 3rd for the Touch a Truck event. The Seminole County Office of Emergency Management is hosting this disaster equipment showcase for Severe Weather Awareness Week, where everyone can see and experience vehicles and equipment from agencies that respond during and after severe weather events and disasters. Saturday, February 3rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., it's time to touch a truck at the Sanford Riverwalk at Fort Mellon Park. Head to realradio.fm/events for more details.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is, Tobacco Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. Tobacco Free Florida's group quit service offers free virtual and in-person sessions at convenient times and locations. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. You are not alone. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN now.
At one of the most famous restaurants in the world, there's a table in the corner where the most incredible conversations on the planet are happening every week with owner Ruthie Rogers and amazing guests like Martha Stewart.
I did have an affair with one of his best friends.
Jimmy Fallon.
Do you want a zip line over your dad while he gets attacked by alligators?
And Paul McCartney.
John and I hitchhiked to Paris.
We've saved you a seat. Ruthie's Table 4. Listen to Ruthie's Table 4 on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Check out the latest certified pre-owned vehicles online now at OrlandoNissan.com.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
3 best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Today, we got an Amber Alert, we got a hot mic, we got traffic beats, we got Sean on caffeine. I'm crashing down now. I'm crashing back down to earth. I feel it dragging me.
Take another hit.
Oh, no, it's too much.
Just boof it. Boof the coffee.
Also, I don't know how to make the iced coffee. I only know how to drink it.
Button, man.
I know there is only one button on it, too, but I don't know what thing to put in there, or I'm not familiar with it just yet. I do want to share this with you. Only some of you will be able to see this because it's not something that I can either play on the radio or show you on the stream. But if you're a Secret Show subscriber, it's up on See It Now, hence the not safe for work side of things. There is a video of this woman, and I cannot believe everybody around her kept it together as well as they did. I guess I would credit that to the fact that it was an airport in Jamaica. And I really wonder because one of our iHeart bosses, Rick, who's an awesome guy, he, I think, is just coming back from Jamaica. Or he just came back recently. Yeah, because
I thought they were on their way because I saw one of the contests they were running executing like yesterday or something.
How insane that we were not invited back when we sold so many trips to Jamaica. It was crazy.
I'm working on it.
The guy who owns Sandals was like, "You guys, you're great. We'll take you everywhere. Where do you want to go?" Lied to our faces, I believe. But anyhow, I wonder.
But still very nice and would like to promote his business.
I'll take his money. I wonder if Rick ran into this at all because at the airport in Jamaica, this woman, she is coming back from vacation. I'm guessing she is like this 20-something-year-old. She looks like fresh out of college girl, and she gets angry and starts screaming at everybody. And gets completely naked in the airport and
I don't see the issue here.
Starts running around, and nobody seems to know how to handle this because they're all just chill Jamaicans, and they see this crazy white lady taking all her clothes off and screaming, and I've never, ever in my life, never seen anything like what happened to this woman. I don't know if she just had enough or if it was like the lady who smoked weed and had that psychotic break and she had her own and it just told her to get naked. I don't know.
I'd rather get naked than stab someone 100 times.
Definitely.
Throw that out there.
This is way safer. This is a way safer outcome. It was maybe one of the wildest videos I've seen in a very long time, but you can check it out. It's over on the See It Now section of the newsjunkie.com. Go over to the newsjunkie.com. The See It Now section, you'll check that out if you're a sub. Behind the gate otherwise. I want to get this out there because I'm interested to see exactly how this is going to impact things. Ring, the doorbell company, you have a Ring doorbell, right, Sealand, I think?
Yes, I do.
You do? What about you, Sabrina? Do you have or do you just have the other cameras? You don't have the doorbell camera?
No, I have a Ring.
You have a Ring as well. Okay, so this affects both of you. And Ring is reversing a very big policy that was pretty controversial. And I think we talked about this when they started doing it. But they are saying we're shutting it down. They had something called Request for Assistance, and it was a tool that allowed police departments and other public safety agencies to get video from your doorbell if they thought that a crime may have been recorded on it. And it would happen whether you like it or not. Ring would be doing this directly with law enforcement. So they'd say, oh, somebody got robbed across the street from Sabrina's house. We want access to Sabrina's camera footage. And Ring would go, here, cops, here you go. Here's the footage you requested. And they said they're shutting it down. So they're not going to be doing this. But I know you saw this story, C-Lane. Did you get the vibe that they thought like working with law enforcement like this was a bad idea for them, or why they decided to change their mind?
I only saw the headline. I didn't actually click on it. Because they said they were doing it, that you could still do it with a warrant, I believe. Here we go. Wired says Ring will stop giving cops a free pass on warrantless video requests. The Amazon-owned home surveillance company says it's shuttering a feature in the Neighbors app that allow police to request footage from users, but it's not shutting out the cops entirely. So wait, in this case, these were just...
The Neighbors app is the next door of Ring.
Okay. All right. So it's like a social network for other people who have Ring doorbell cameras.
It sounds like in its previous, its previous version, the cops could request from the neighbors the RFA tool. It will begin sunsetting its RFA tool to the Request for Assistance tool. So the police would post requests for user surveillance footage to the company's Neighbors app. Civil liberties advocates are praising the move, but some warn the very presence of home surveillance cameras continues to pose a risk to privacy. I don't see anything wrong with cops asking for it and you saying, here, have it, or saying, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, because the article that I'm seeing, it says Matthew Gariglia, the senior policy analyst at the Electronic Frontier Foundation, a digital rights group, said Ring's decision will end the ability for police to make warrantless requests for information through the Neighbors app, and it's a step in the right direction, but...
Why can't they request it? What's the big deal? You could say no.
No. It was warrantless and done between Ring and the police. So they would go, hey, I need Sabrina's footage, and they wouldn't say you need a warrant or anything. They would just go, here's Sabrina's footage. Law enforcement, but this says be warned.
This sounds more like they're asking, like posting to a Facebook, going, hey, can we have your footage? Not like. They throw out warrantless to make it sound like something illegal was happening, but the way I'm reading it, it wasn't.
Well, it was not illegal if they're giving up the footage, but it said the Request for Assistance tool allowed police departments and other public safety agencies to request and receive video captured by the doorbell cameras through the Neighbors app. So it was like a way for them to get this footage without a warrant. Now, if they want it from Ring, Ring says, show us a warrant, we'll give you the footage. And if you want to get the footage, go to the person, go to Sabrina's house and say, hey, we think a crime happened over here. Can we see your footage from this time to this time?
Yeah, they were getting the footage without a warrant, but were they getting it without the permission of the person who has the camera installed?
That I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they were informing you like, hey, heads up, we received a request for and delivered some footage from your website, blah, blah, blah. Or your
That's what I'm saying, and they're using this warrantless thing to make it sound sexier, when I don't believe anything has been done wrong if they say, "Hey, Sealing, can we have your footage?" And I go, "Here's the footage." Like, yeah, they didn't have a warrant, but I gave it to them.
Right.
Now, if I said, "Come back with a warrant," and then they somehow hit their Ring app and went cop password, and then they got my footage with no signature from a judge, then we have a problem.
Yeah, I don't want cops to be able to get access without going through the homeowner, though. It's my camera. I don't want to have a camera where the cops can have a deal with the provider of my camera to look at anything, whether live or recorded footage. I don't want the cops doing that. If the cops want to come to me and request the footage from me, I'm fine. And maybe in some cases, I would give that to them. Not in all cases. There would have to be an absolutely, like a really big reason for me to give up that footage, because I don't just want to, I don't want every single camera to be weaponized by law enforcement. If somebody was murdered, if there's like a real serious issue and they go, "We think the clue is on your footage," of course I'd give it up. But I don't think by default we should just do that.
No.
We're going to hear from you with your dispatches in just a moment. The reason I don't have the Ring is because I've just heard a lot of complaints about the Ring one. I've heard a lot of people say they have, maybe the older ones were worse like this. The camera doesn't start early enough and you miss things that are happening.
I wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, I do too. After I tried to narrow down who stole my packages over Christmas break, I just saw the guy's butt.
Yeah. Oh, so it didn't capture like the beginning of them stepping up on the doorstep and stuff.
And then when you zoom in, it's just pixelated. But then again, it's an older version of it. It's just amazing to me. It's like you spend all this money. I'm obviously subscribing to it so I can keep this footage. And it's like, well, enjoy it for the next 6 months. But we have come up with this new product, and your footage is going to be complete crap.
Yeah.
Unless you want to spend more money.
I've seen some of the footage that comes from your cameras, Sean, and I feel like it's inherently better. Like, if I were coming to your house, when we were doing the show there, and like if I tripped and fell, there would be like a great quality video for you to play, during the show of something like that. Whereas with the Ring, you're right. It often doesn't start recording in time. If you don't have your settings maxed out, it stops recording too soon. And then if something's constantly happening,
that's no good.
It's not recording the whole time.
Yeah, that's frustrating. I can see people being frustrated about that.
And I know why, because look, how many millions of people have these things, and you're just packing the cloud with all this footage. But I feel like I would like a little more, like, give me the option to like buy a hard drive and keep like constant footage.
Sure. Store it
at my house.
Yeah, make you feel safer if that was the case. Netflix stock is through the roof, friends. Guess what? They said they added almost 30 million subscribers in 2023. And big, giant surprise. I'm so amazed that after you crack down on all the people who were using passwords from other folks, you got 30 million additional subscribers. Of course you did. That's why you cracked down on all the password sharing, so you can make everybody pay up. And now you got the 30 million extra subscribers as a result of that.
How nice. And we get Raw, guys. Remember, that's why we have to pay extra money.
Monday Night Raw, baby. Yeah.
Next month.
I'll watch that once. No, I probably won't. Okay, let's go over to you and work in a couple of dispatches while we have the opportunity. Oh, the one thing I wanted to add in terms of this mystery in Kansas City, where this guy was in his house, his 3 friends were found dead, 1 on the patio, 2 out in the backyard, all frozen, and they died that way. And my gut tells me that this was probably them going outside. All of them were partying, probably like a fentanyl overdose type situation, and they fell asleep outside in the cold, and you cannot do that. It is deadly dangerous. Fentanyl and cold temperatures mix worse than anything else out there. It is deadly dangerous, and I think that that's what we're probably seeing there. Some people are making the point, when we asked the question, why did it take him 48 hours to notice that his friends weren't there? And they did say 2 of the friends' cars were still in his driveway.
See, sus, man. Come on.
Makes me think, did this guy at some point look out and go, whoa, why are there cars here? Then look out in the backyard and go, oh, no. And then go, well, we were all doing drugs together. Like, I'm going to be responsible for this, and get kind of locked up, not knowing what they should do. Maybe that played in here. Maybe this is all speculation, obviously, but it could be that was the case. I'm a PC's talking about this exact thing.
So did all three friends like Uber there? Because I'm kind of confused about that part. Because if you're not looking out a front door or a window or the back door window, you're looking out the sides, and then obviously you can't see them. But you had to have seen extra vehicles in the driveway or a body in the backyard. I mean,
let's go back.
It's not that hard.
We'll investigate. Was that a kitten or not? Here we go. Let's see.
If you're not looking out a front door or a window or the back door window, you're looking out the
I think that was a cat. I think so.
By a cat being squished by a slow press.
A little tiny one. It was like a real small cat. As we do one more dispatch. Here's Kurt joining the show.
Ring should allow you to opt in for the police to be able to see your external cameras only. There's plenty of people that it would allow it.
I would never, ever, ever allow that. And if you would, I think you're out of your mind.
Meow.
Oh, wow. There's a cat behind you, C-Lane, I think.
Meow. That's a big cat.
What's the matter with that thing? Oh, my God. Be careful out there. That cat sounds very, very sick. We're going to need to take a quick break.
And that's how you do radio bits.
By the way, you fixed it. It worked. We didn't hear any double stuff.
Perfect, because everything else is breaking here.
I know. I noticed that. What the hell is going on?
I'm sweating, too. I'm ready for the weekend, baby.
Here in the traffic bed for a little while. I was just bopping to it. I was enjoying things. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to do the final dispatches. I'll tell you about those people in California, the 6 people they found dead that I teased earlier. I'll pay that off. We'll do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today we're going to wrap everything up for a Thursday.
And the final dispatches.
I said that twice?
Yeah. I made it a
I have a crazy idea. Can we do actually the final dispatches?
I hate all of you, and we'll be right back. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends.
Rocks. You don't have to put on the red light.
Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. We're going to see highs today in the lower 80s. Beautiful weather. Temperatures running about 10 degrees warmer than normal. Ultimately mid-80s by Saturday. Feeling more like April, certainly, than the end of January. Just a few passing showers possible, especially this evening and especially west of Orlando. Otherwise, the big weather story is a cold front coming through on Sunday, which means temperatures next week only in the 60s. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa is ringing in 2024 in a big way with any 20 or 24-ounce freshly brewed hot coffee for just $2, including their new caramel cream flavor. Pour more of your favorite coffee at Wawa.
It's the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials Saturday, February 3rd at 8 a.m. Join us in downtown Orlando at the Dr. Phillips Center for the ultimate free Fan Fest experience. Enjoy food trucks, live music, and vendors. Watch the runners as they race towards their Olympic dreams from 4 different fan zones downtown. Experience the thrill of the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials, February 3rd, 8 a.m. Come decked out in red, white, and blue for a day of inspiration and unforgettable memories. Visit Orlando2024trials.com. Presented by Visit Orlando.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Mills Air and Business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible, so Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
In the 1930s, Lucky Luciano, founder of the modern mafia, was taken down by prosecutor Eunice Carter, one of the first black woman assistant district attorneys in New York. The Godmother, an immersive 10-part podcast, delves into her unstoppable rise as she takes on roles from writer to politician, revealing a badass anti-hero, unafraid to bend the rules for justice.
But for Eunice Carter, I don't know that Luciano would ever have been convicted of anything.
Listen to The Godmother on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow, guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Brooks and Dunn Reboot 2024 Tour.
I'll play something country.
The best-selling duo of all time. Live with David Lee Murphy and Ernest. Saturday, May 4th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. On sale Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Brooks and Dunn Live.
Hey, Orlando, are you looking for new ways to save? Well, on Verizon, you don't need to be on a family plan to get our best deals. Switch to Verizon, and for a limited time, plans start at just $50 per month for a single line with autopay plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone with unlimited welcome. That's a savings of $15 per month. And when you switch now, you can save on the things you love to stream, like Netflix and Max. There's never been a better time to switch to the network America relies on. A better plan to save is Verizon. This offer won't last long. Visit your local Verizon store to switch and save big today. $180 BYOD promo credit per phone applied over 36 months for new customers with one new line with your own 4G or 5G smartphone on unlimited welcome plan required. $360 local promo credit applied over 36 months for new customers with one new line. Additional terms apply. In select markets only. Auto pay and paper-free billing required. For unlimited welcome plan in times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now, like Deep Cuts, a commercial-free station featuring deep album tracks from iconic artists. Just search Deep Cuts and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Sharp stomach pain? Advice is here. Consult a nurse. Answers, advice around the clock. Consult a nurse. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Call 844-70-NURSE. It's free.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Engine on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Because you're never too old to learn something stupid. This is the news.
That didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Thursday.
My Friday, baby. Peace out.
Yeah, you're out of here for bachelor party stuff, huh?
That's right. We're going to celebrate, what is it? Like, what's the go-to? Fritz before he ties the knot. There was a sash that has been bought for him.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. Is he listening right now? If you are, turn off your radio. It says one man in the boat, but use the word that can't be used on radio. Yeah. That's it. And then I went into a wormhole of all the stuff they have for bachelor parties and bought $100 worth of all the decorations along those lines.
Where are you going? Where are you headed to?
We're going to the craziest bachelor spot on this side of the Mississippi. Ladies and gentlemen, non-gender conforming.
I thought he doesn't know where it is. Does he know now?
St. Augustine, baby.
Oh. Wait, isn't that where you went, Sealand?
Yes.
Oh,
for your bachelor?
Yeah. It's fun over there.
Clubs in St. Augustine. I tried to Google it.
Oh, they had problems with that.
That's the thing. If you get lucky like I did, you'll end up late one night with Josh Fowler trying to order a stripper because there are no strip clubs that are close, but Josh will do the work. He did his due diligence, and he tried for a while to order a stripper, and it just wasn't coming to fruition.
Didn't you try for a little person stripper?
I mean, that was probably part of why he was having so much time, so much of a hard time fulfilling that wish.
I might have to look at that website you found the other day, Sean.
Maybe
Seems
they
to
do
cover
that.
the whole state.
I don't know if they do that. All right, let's do the final dispatches here. As I promised you 3 times before the break. Let's see what's on your mind. Just like this one. Here's Twin Pro talking about these Ring doorbells.
What's up, junkies?
Hey.
Something else to think about with Ring is they have multiple class action lawsuits because any employee, supposedly they fixed it now, had access to all of your footage.
Ugh.
So people were typing in like bedroom cam and bathroom cam and different things like that on any random person's house and then putting those videos on the websites where you think that they would put them.
Hey, a fiery take on this.
Oh, no, I think I have the same one.
Why is anybody putting a camera in their bedroom to begin with? If that footage ends up getting hacked or something, like... why did you think that was a good idea to start? I don't want any cameras in my bedroom.
Yeah.
You got the risk of getting hacked that you just put out there, much less the outside cameras. I don't want people hacking anything, but a camera in my bedroom just opens the door.
A lot of people do that, though. I think
For
it's
what,
like
though?
people with kids. For some reason, that it's like, especially, the first few months, like you have your kid right next to you and maybe it's a sense of comfort. I have no idea. I don't have a camera in my bedroom. But then I also learned, like, I have a camera that's in my kitchen that's supposed to be pointed towards, like, the cat food when I'm out of town. And then I'm like, oh, there I am walking without a shirt on. I didn't realize it was so wide angle.
I'm not saying, like, flat out no cameras indoors. In fact, we have one for the room where Lady goes. We have a camera in there, so you just, like, peek in and make sure everything's okay.
Oh, and there's Sabrina with her top off.
But that's the only camera we have inside the house. And you can have one in like a hallway or something like, but in my bedroom, I would never put a camera in there.
Do you have a camera in here? It's me, Nook Boy.
There's no camera under the stairs.
Man.
There's no Nook Boy under the stairs either. That's
There's
not happening.
also no light and running water.
I have
Excited
let
to
him
see
out a
you
long
this
time ago.
weekend.
No, letting them out admits that I had them there. There was never anybody living under my stairs.
I'm still here forever, yeah.
All right, let's do the final one.
How
What
much do you
got?
hate that bit? Because I think that people love it.
Yeah, I'm fine with Nook Boy.
People love it.
I just want... The problem is this with Nook Boy.
Okay.
Like with everything else in my life, the problem is not now in the immediate. Okay, when you guys started pretending like I was a cocaine dealer...
That was
I
not
thought,
us. That was them.
No, I thought it was funny in the immediate. But what happened was new listeners came on board and they were like, this guy sells cocaine and he just talks about it on the radio show. I'm like, I don't sell cocaine.
But
and then and all of a sudden it just got out there that's like, yeah, so Sean sells cocaine. I go, whoa, guys, hold on.
Well,
Tap
you
the
did.
brakes.
You don't do it anymore.
No, I did. I never did. And so people, I'm worried down the road will be like, did you hear that dude has somebody trapped underneath the stairs in his house in this secret
I'm not
room?
trapped. He just won't let me out.
He's just so nonchalant
It's me,
about
Nook
the Nook Boy.
Mm-hmm. Why is it Nook Boy?
I don't know why the gender
He
was
hasn't grown
decided.
into a Nook man.
I don't know why I take offense to the fact that it's a tiny boy that's in the Nook rather than a tiny girl. It's
That
neither
would
one
be
of them.
highly inappropriate.
Neither one of them are good.
That would make it go from bit to someone's going to knock on your door.
Oh, let's go to Loki, who says Sailor's Delights.
Good week, junkies.
Hey.
Sean, or junkies. We've probably all heard the term.
Mm-hmm.
Very few people know what it actually means. It's called gill haul.
Gill haul?
It's what pirates and sailors used to do to people that were in trouble or were, walking the plank type deal.
What would they do?
Gill
haul.
You tie a rope to somebody's hands on one side of the boat.
Oh.
Feet, run the rope.
He's talking about ways to kill them. The sailors used to do that as well. Thank you, Loki. I appreciate that, kind of. We're going to do now the stories that didn't make the cut because it's brought to you by Nations Trucks. Love our friends over there. NationsTrucks.com. Go get the truck of your dreams. Big, little, in between. They got them all. Go to NationsTrucks.com. Over in California, authorities are investigating 6 bodies that were found in the desert on Tuesday night. They found these bodies off of Highway 395 in the small desert community of El Mirage. They discovered the remains after responding to a welfare
Oh, then they weren't
check.
really there.
The circumstances surrounding the deaths are unclear, but 2 vehicles were found in a very remote desert area. They don't know what killed the 6 people. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, January 25th, 2024. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I Learned in this movie right here.
That's Snow White.
That's right. Snow White is correct. That gives you more power in the answering here. What are the original dwarves in Disney's
Now I'm
Snow
jealous.
White? Was named Deafy. Well, you got to go for yours too, I guess, then. Deafy, the primary trait was misunderstanding others. This idea
Sea Lane, dude.
How dare you? They got rid of Deafy and they changed it to Sneezy afterward. Today, oh boy. Today I learned about Hilda Yolanda Mayol. She is a woman who survived the 9/11 attacks. 2 months later, she boarded American Airlines Flight 587 out of JFK. 5 minutes after takeoff, the plane would crash, and all 260 occupants on board would die. She
Wait, what?
Escaped one fate. She survived 9/11 and then died in the plane crash 2 months after. 5 months. Wait, hold on. 2 months afterwards. So today I learned this drink.
Hey, we got some soda, OJ, purple stuff, Sunny Delight.
Sunny Delight.
Sunny Delight is correct. Sales of Sunny Delights plummeted in the UK after one of their commercials showed a snowman turning orange. And that was released about the same time as there was a news report of a 4-year-old whose skin color turned orange because she was drinking 1.5 liters of Sunny D per day.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
That's not good. It has beta carotene in it, so it turns you orange after a while. Today I learned the word rooster originated in the mid to late 18th century as a euphemism to avoid the sexual connotation of the English term cock, as in cock-a-doodle-doo. They said it's widely used throughout America because they thought some of the other ways they were referring to the animals sounded a bit crude at the time.
Cock came before rooster?
It sure did. Today I learned this band.
All I can say is that word.
Offspring is correct. The Offspring album Smash had a small budget of just $20,000, which limited studio time. The last 4 songs were recorded in just 2 nights. Smash went on to be the best-selling album released by an independent record label with over $11 million in sales, friends. How about that? Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
Separated.
Watch out for an accident causing delays on Neptune Road southbound near Kings Highway. Checking in on I-4, you could expect your regular delays before the bend. Congestion through the city between Parr Street and Robinson Street. No major problems around the perimeter of I-4 on State Road 429 and the Greenway.